Good evening. Welcome back to Great Chaos, where a group of friends get together and play little Dungeons and Dragons. Uniquely, we actually split our party on purpose. I know that always works out great, right? But what we do is we play half the party one week, half the party plays the other week, alternating in the same world, sometimes overlapping, and creates a little bit of chaos together. So get ready to have a little fun tonight with us, hopefully. Wanted to announce our winner of last week's. We had our metal dice giveaway for anybody who posted on the YouTube channel. And last week's winner was MVP of Reality, so we will be in touch with you. Congratulations on that. We have a second set we're giving away tonight, so when session 2 here, or session 1 for group 2 gets loaded up online, should be within the next 24 hours, as long as there's no issues there. You'll have the opportunity to post a comment online on that one as well. And again, we'll be giving away another set of the metal dice there. So want to go around and introduce you to our players tonight. So if we could switch that camera up a little bit here. And I'm going to go right here next to me and start with Caleb. If you could just, who is your character, and describe him a little bit for us.
I'm playing Shazer, and he's an Aarakocra cleric.
Okay. Anything else you want to share about him at this time?
Not really.
Not right now?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Jason.
I am playing Gideon Silverweave. He is a human rogue. He is a little he is a little full of himself and doesn't like much in the way of nobles.
Okay. Very fair. All right. We'll go across the table here. Kevin?
I am playing Othin Stonetide, a halfling fighter. I'm a little on the taller side for a halfling, lean. I'm dressed in darker drabs of clothing. I have 2 short swords crisscrossed over my back, and I carry a longbow also. But that's all there is to Othin Stonetide at this time.
And a longbow, more of a short bow for a halfling.
Perspective.
Perspective. Okay.
It's all about perspective.
And last but certainly not least, Brad?
Yeah, I'm playing Malika Zeldeth, a Shatter Kai dark elf from the Underdark. I was raised in fighting pits. Was hurt very, very badly down the Underdark in the fighting pits, and was brought back, brought back to life essentially. Since then, I've had strange physical feelings of energy moving through my body and a whispering voice in the back of my mind. I wear full armor issued by the guard, by the ruling families, and I carry my father's spear. The name of it is Suffering's End. So,
Suffering's End.
yes, I like to move in and out of battle and fight with the spear and the shield, and quick on my feet.
All right. So again, welcome. We'll be playing this. Our goal in streaming, again, we're trying to bring a little bit more to the tabletop role-playing games. Try to bring a little bit more clarity to that. Get some people noticed in that. So we will be from time to time making mention of some other people in the area as well that we're trying to bring light to what they do and the great works that they provide as well. But we're going to go ahead and get into tonight's adventure. You all ready?
Yeah. Yep.
Ready as your elbow be, right? So our adventure tonight starts in Bastardel, the capital city of the kingdom by the same name. A long harsh winter has come to a close, and the arrival of spring breathes new life into the grand capital city. As the sun slowly emerges from behind the gray clouds, the city awakens with a renewed sense of hope and anticipation. The remnants of winter are gradually melting away, revealing the cobblestone streets that wind through the heart of the city. The once snow-covered rooftops now bear the signs of emerging buds and sprouting greenery. As the inhabitants of Bastardel step out of their homes, they're greeted by the refreshing scent of moist earth and blossoms carried on a gentle breeze. The air is crisp, yet invigorating, as if it carries the promise of warmer days ahead. nature begins to reclaim its place within the city limits. Parks and gardens that were once dormant now burst forth with life. Trees stretch their branches towards the heavens, adorned with delicate blossoms in shades of pink, white, and lavender. Birds return to Vassardell, their songs filling the air with cheerful tunes. They flit and flutter amidst the blossoming trees, building nests and starting families. The residents of Vassardell embrace the changing session with a newfound energy and enthusiasm. Marketplaces come alive with the sights and sounds of eager shoppers and bustling vendors. Stallholders display an abundance of fresh produce harvested from nearby farms. Baskets overflow with ripe fruits, while crates showcase vegetables that have just been plucked from the earth. The aroma of freshly baked breads and pastries waft through the air. The city square and plaza have become a hub of social activity. Performers have taken to makeshift stages. Many games are being played as the spring games have begun, and that is where we will begin tonight's adventure, with 4 members of the Traveling Guard putting themselves up against 4 members of the City Guard. In a wonderful battle, not of wits, but of strength and athletics, in a little game of what we like to call wall toss. So the rules of wall toss, if we can bring the map up there, please. The rules of wall toss are fairly simple. You'll start in the center of a 40-foot wall. You'll grapple with the opponent across from you. The idea being to try to drive them back and throw them off the edge. The first successful roll will put you on the edge. If you win a second one in a row, you throw them off. If you lose, you're back in the middle, and it would go back and forth. If you fall off, you'll take fall damage 40 feet down. And if you're still conscious, you get to get up and get back up on the wall and play again. If not, you're out. We play till one team is out and one team remains standing on the wall with at least one member conscious. Any questions?
No.
Nope.
No.
Sounds great, huh? Your captain, Captain Darkwood, Kayla, she is here coaching you. She has definitely given you all very good instructions. Bird Boy, Small Fry, Gloomy, and Scholar. Get your asses up on the wall and throw their dumb asses off of the wall. Any questions? We good?
We're good.
All good.
One team, one dream, right? Here we go.
We fight for the honor of the Royal Guard.
Traveling Guard.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I said.
Thanks, Gloomy. All right. So, places up on the wall, and we're going to get ready to go into battle here.
So this is like state police versus city police.
Yes.
Something like that.
It's like the highway patrol against the city cops.
All right. So how
Only 40 feet
we're
up
gonna
in the
start this is we are going to roll initiative, please. Everyone roll initiative to see where you fall in line.
Got a nat 20.
Okay. So 20 to
Turning it
25.
early.
I forgot I get advantage on initiative. Hold on. Okay.
Now, do you get it even when you're not because you're not using the item currently? So would that go away?
That's up to you.
I think it would go away because it's not on your person.
I don't have it on me at all.
No. It's not allowed to be on you during this.
So where is it?
It's back in the barracks.
I would never leave it in the barracks.
Well, you can't have it up here on the bridge with you. It can't be in the bed. No weapons allowed up on the bridge.
Then I wouldn't be on the bridge.
You have to be. All right, so let's say no advantage on this.
Okay.
All right, so 20 to 25. Anybody?
Yep.
What's your total with?
Oh, that would be 24.
24. Okay. That's Gideon. All right. Anybody else? 15 to 20. No 15 to 20. 10 to 15.
12.
12. Okay. And that is they go low. They go at 11. Okay. 5 to 10.
A 9 for Othin.
Othin's a 9. Okay.
Shazer's at 7.
7. Okay. Okay. So, Gideon, you have the opening round, so you can pick whoever you want to move towards first to try to grapple. Does not have to be the person. You could try to switch it up if you wish.
I'll just go straight across from you.
Okay. So all right, we're going to make a grapple, which could be athletics or acrobatics, up to you, against his.
We're going acrobatics.
Okay, go ahead.
I just take the nat 20. 23.
23. Wow. And which one is straight across from you? I'm sorry, you're on the end there. Okay. So that is only a 20. Okay, so you push your person towards the edge. So if we can move yours towards the edge. Okay, so we're gonna have Gideon.
I'm right on the end.
Okay.
So right to the blue.
Yep, you've pushed him on the brink. Okay. Malika, you're next. You could choose to go to a different one if you want, or...
So I would be just completely in a state of panic. I don't have my father's spear. I hear it calling to me. It is every fiber of my being. I'd turn and jump off the bridge and head to the barracks.
So you leap off.
Yep.
Okay.
I have to have the spear.
All right.
I go nowhere without my father's spear.
All right, so Kayla starts yelling at you that you are not following the rules of the game. All right. You take 15 points of damage from the fall.
I'm assuming I'd be prone.
I would assume so, yes. All right, so she's screaming now. That's her coaching there. Okay. The first one is already in battle with Gideon. The next one is going to lock up with Shazer. So Shazer, this is going to be your round anyway. Go ahead and roll a grapple with it. Okay, so you get pushed back towards the edge. So have yours.
That goes planned. Dad.
All right. And then the one with Othin. So Othin, they're going to go ahead and lock up with you. So let's go ahead and roll. And it's either athletics or acrobatics, up to you.
I have a 10.
Rolled a 9, so you won that one. So you push your person towards the edge. You must have used your small height to kind of get it on a leg and trip them up a little bit, push them back to the edge.
Nice.
Okay. Now the one that saw that Malika jumped off the edge and has an opening is going to turn and try to pull back on Gideon. Gideon, what is your armor class?
Armor class of 15.
15. Okay, so somehow misses you, grabs on and doesn't quite get you. But if you could put that one next to your guy as well. Okay, so everybody is in some kind of a grapple. Okay, so I mean technically Othin and Shazer, that was your round to be to roll your grapple. So we're back to Gideon.
This is going almost as bad as I planned. 17.
Wow. And they rolled a 10, so you just flung your person off the edge. Anything special you do to make this throw, or because your character is not a big brute strong, so maybe kind of duck down.
I'm just using leverage.
All right.
Because no, he is not a brute at all.
Okay. Okay, so the one that falls there just suffered 16 points of damage and is prone, but still conscious. The cleric's kind of watching down at the bottom. It's their job to make sure nobody dies. They're like, okay, yeah, his brains are kind of leaking out, but he's moving, so they're going to leave him. And he's kind of going to try to eventually make his way back up. Okay, so that's Malika's turn. What are you doing?
So I stand up and I would run in the direction of the barracks.
Okay. All right. So you kind of just run off.
Which way?
It would be towards you.
Towards me?
Yes.
So I'd just go, I'm in full movement here.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, half movement. I use half my movement to stand up.
Okay. So, Othin, you and your person first. Gonna go ahead and roll here.
Ooh, that is going to be 22.
22. Man, you guys are rolling well against a 13. Okay, so where were you with your person?
Right on the edge.
So
he
you
is off
also threw your person down. Okay. Eat. 17.
Gotta love it when he makes that face.
20. Okay, you're the one you throw off. It makes a sickening splat noise,
He was
And
a full send.
and the clerics are like, "Okay, we're gonna get this one off the field of play now." So that one is off the field of play now.
Don't
that one
land on your head.
is done.
That one's off.
All right, Shazer, the one with you,
It's 12.
huh?
12.
A 12.
Yep.
Okay, so you're on the edge the other way, right?
Yep.
So you are gonna fall, and unfortunately they forbade you from flying, or it's a disqualification. So you take 13 points of falling damage. Are you still conscious?
Yep.
Okay, so you're prone. All right. So there are
Jumping off.
the one that is next to Gideon there. He's going to try to grapple you from behind. So if you could make another grapple check. He's going to try to grab you from behind. Not the first time that's happened to you, but certainly.
20.
Wow, you were prepared. Again, not the first time you've had that happen to you. So you somehow dodge out of the way of that grapple. Okay, so there, two of them are down. One of them just pushed. Okay, so we are back to the top. So Gideon, is your round. You somehow dodged out of the way, but you're on the edge with this guy right there.
Which means, for the rules, he has to get me to the center and then get me over, but I can just throw him.
Yes.
I like this. I just jinxed myself. 18. 22.
Wow. Okay. That's a successful throw. Wow.
So he's yeeted off the edge.
Yep. He is still alive.
Roll this
Gideon.
good again.
Hey, does Gideon stand over top and taunt him, please?
Okay. Now, one of the other ones now is back up this round. Won't be able to attack. But if you could take one of the other one that had fallen off, please, and put
First.
him back up there. Yeah.
One of them.
Second.
That's alright.
So you go back to the center after you have after you've thrown somebody or climbed back up. So those two should go back to the center, and then Othin should go
So I
back
have
to the
politely
center.
wait for him to get back to the center. I can't boot him in the face as he
Nope.
coming up.
It's a gentleman's sport
This is a gentleman.
of throwing each other off the wall.
Yes.
Okay.
We will
Gotcha.
do it with honor.
So
don't know what I was
Othin is
thinking.
now going to match up against the one that threw Shazer off. So if we could put those two side by side. And then we are going to start at the top of the round. So, I'm sorry, Gideon went. So Malika, what do you do?
I would sprint towards the bear.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
he's
keep
going for a
sprinting.
I would take the
Okay.
dash action. So I'm out of here.
All right. And then, okay, so I need Othin, you two to make a grapple check.
Natural 20, so that's a 27.
Wow,
Let's go.
rolling very well. Okay.
Huzzah.
Don't get used to it.
Versus
What's that?
an 8. So you obviously overpower with your brute halfling strength.
Yep, that happened.
Thanks. Let's maybe stop hitting
I
that.
don't think anyone noticed.
Okay. All right. I love it. Okay. So since that is towards the end of that round, the
So-
Shazer and the other person can now be back up on.
Would the nat 20 mean he automatically goes off or just
No.
to the edge?
No, just to the end.
Don't give him ideas, because if they get a nat 20, they
You're
can
both
throw
going
off
to be
something.
back in the middle.
This guy here?
Yep. Yep. Think of it as,
Yeah, that's
old
not going to work.
high school wrestling. You're
This is nothing like high school.
got to
wrestling.
get back in the
I
middle of the
don't know
mat.
what high school you went to. But
Yes.
I don't know. Quit that.
That's
You
how we
want
do
here?
it.
You want-
Yep, they're both in the center, yes. Okay. So, we'll go just all the way down then. So, we're going to go Gideon first. Oh.
Told you it wasn't going to happen again.
Yeah.
Nat 1.
That one. Okay. So, with the monstrous 7 that was rolled, you were able to get pushed back. So, you're on the edge now.
No, I can't.
All right.
Yep.
Othin, we'll go the two of you now.
Against the two of them,
No, you're going against one. You're each down one.
22.
That wins. So you throw that person off.
Eat it.
And that person does not get back up.
When I throw them,
Don't land on your
I
head.
throw them good.
I tell you what, the halfling is really tossing people around tonight.
That is
Interesting.
not what halfling toss is supposed to be like. Not from my experience.
Okay, so that character is off the board as well now.
Can you throw one of mine?
Could I get some help?
Okay, so now
I've thrown people too. They just
Shazer,
keep
you
getting
and
back up.
this character going
You
against
aiming
each
for
other.
rocks down there or something? Gotcha.
Distance.
That's 22.
22. You're raging a little bit after being thrown off and falling. And you push really hard, and you have that person on the edge now. All right.
The little guy.
Yep.
That didn't work.
Love it.
He's gonna
All
go
right.
that way anyways.
Gideon, you're on the edge, fighting for survival here on this roll. Ooh,
Nat 20.
Oh,
what is that?
let's go.
24.
Yeah, that's enough. This was a 22. Okay, so you're back to the center. Wow. That was a
Clutch.
tried to overpower
down
you,
deep
and you
on
kind
that.
How do you roll a
you
one
duck
if
out of
you
the
never
way
roll?
and somehow
20,
like
then
hang
one,
on.
Then a 20.
All right, so Othin, what do you do?
I'm going to try to help Gideon.
Okay, so on Gideon's next round, you can try to grapple as well, or you can give him advantage on his roll.
I would like to give him advantage.
Okay.
Do we both get an opportunity, or
No.
is it okay?
If you're gonna give him advantage, just him. All right, so put your character up by his then, and then we'll go to Shazer. Go ahead and roll. Ooh.
That's a 23.
23. All right. So you guys have obviously been practicing wall toss because Get all your good rolls out of the way now.
That's what I figured this plan was.
All right.
Wear the dice out.
And that's enough, because that's the person that's already been falling off once, so that person is done. Okay.
Spoils of conquest.
Got a little 3-on-1 action here, not the first time. All right, so Gideon, you get a roll with advantage here.
Did I make it to the barracks?
It's a ways away,
Okay.
so you're working your way there.
Nice.
24.
That is, so now you've put them on the edge because you were in the center, because you had pushed back to the center, so now you've pushed them to the edge because you were on the edge 2 rounds ago.
Yep.
Okay. Thing, are you going to continue to just give him advantage, or?
Yes.
Okay. Shazer, what do you want to do? Go push all 3 of them over? What?
Gonna push the last dude on the other team over.
Gonna be hard to get in there because really, if you think about it, there's 2 of them right in the way. I would say you're gonna have to probably sit back a little bit on this one. It's gonna be hard to get into because they're all on the edge, and
I
they're
mean, if
trying
I push all 3 of them
You
over,
could,
I'm
you
still
could-
the last standing, and we'd win.
It's up to you.
I'll sit back for now.
All right. So he's giving you advantage again. So you have advantage on this.
16 is just acrobatics. What's advantage giving me?
You get to roll 2.
Roll
You
again.
get to
D6.
roll twice. Take the highest of the 2 rolls.
There you go.
23.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a stalemate. You rolled a nat 20 and it's a stalemate. Wow. So that's a 23.
I'm okay with this.
All right. So again, roll with advantage. Roll twice again. He's still on the edge.
Go down, hang out with your friends.
You get 2 rolls.
Two
so
rolls.
remember.
There you go.
21.
That is enough. You tossed him. Now he has not.
This one hasn't fallen yet.
No,
He's
this one
already
has fallen.
fallen
Yes, he
once,
has.
yeah.
So let's see if it's enough. It is.
Oath and shout, stay down.
Winners, champions. Kaylin's cheering, although she's still like looking over her shoulder, wondering where Malika went. Was like, part of the plan. Use tactics on him. Well done. So you guys sit up there.
Thanks for distracting them.
Yep.
He's
You
back
are
at the barracks.
wise.
I can't hear you.
Okay, so
Yeah,
when you
that's
finally
it.
get
True.
back to the
True.
barracks, it's empty. What are you doing while they're celebrating?
Getting the spear.
Okay.
That's all.
I just put it in the holster on my back. Like I don't go anywhere without it.
Okay.
Like I don't.
We
All the
must
rest
have-
of
we
your
must have dragged you
weapons
there.
What's
are
that?
We must have dragged you there.
yes. All the rest of your weapons are back.
I'm going right.
So as you're celebrating, you're
Told you to come back.
the people are cheering. They're pumped. They love seeing you throwing people off the wall. Got very excited for it. Seems like a game we should bring back in real life. But anyway, you see that your
Maybe make
coach,
the wall taller.
your captain, is in conversation now with a couple other people from the guard, and it sounds like she's being given orders, and she's kind of nodding, and she kind of looks up at you all on the wall, nods a little bit more, and she motions for you to come down. You're all still standing up on the wall.
Yep.
Climb down the wall.
So you climb down the wall. There's a ramp that you can go down over there.
I'm just
That
gonna.
sounds a lot better. I'll go down there.
Go down the ramp, not just jump off the wall.
I'm just gonna jump and glide down
I
with my
mean-
wings.
Now that you
Yep.
can do that now.
I'm
Okay.
not as attached to mine.
Anybody
Get
who
that
was
nice
injured,
entrance.
they will heal you. For those that were injured, but she kind of motions you over. Or you come back after, or you just stay
Well,
in the
I
barracks?
would say as I pick up the spear, I'm sure that I would hear the voice of it speaking to me, right?
Probably.
Saying something along the lines of like, "Don't ever abandon me again." Like, where were you? Take it and put it onto my back and whisper an apology, and then head back to the wall.
Okay. So when you get back, she kind of gives you a, like, really look, but lets it go because.
Say, I'm sorry, this is my father's spear. There's nothing in the world that means more to me than the spear. Even if I'm not going to be using it, I have to take it with me everywhere I go.
I told you the rules, though. They told you can't bring weapons up on the bridge.
And I thought I would be okay with it. Once I was up there, I was just overwhelmed with this feeling I had to get the spear.
It's okay. I remember once I did this with a roller coaster. Same thing. Got up there, just couldn't get on.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to leave you hanging. It's the only thing I have in this world from him is that spear. If something happened to it, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself.
Well, hold on to that spear then, because we have a mission. Not a training, not an exercise, an actual mission. A theft took place all the way down in Prevail, and it was circumstances enough to where they're bringing us in. I don't have all the details yet. I'm not sure why a theft would require us. However, the traveling guard goes where the traveling guard's told him to go. So we are going to go investigate this theft and try to get this item back. Apparently it's somewhat dangerous, which I think is why we were called in, because nobody else wants to deal with it. So just know that we leave first thing tomorrow morning. I expect all of you ready to go at first light with your horses. Do not be late, or you will run the first hour while your horse runs next to you.
It hurt pretty bad when I jumped off the wall. Can somebody help me out?
Yes,
I'm in rough
Stupid
shape
games
over
get stupid prizes.
you can
Malika.
see the you can see the cleric.
To you, little man.
You can see the
You know
cleric.
there was a ramp, right?
There was.
There was, but it was much cooler.
Oh.
That's okay. All right, so Gluey, Short Stuff, Scholar, Bird Boy, you've got the rest of the day. Do any shopping in the city you need to get ready, and then we are out first light. So you're on your own for the rest of the day. It's only about, not quite noon yet, so you've got some time. So
Malika, want to go get some strippers?
No. No. I just want to train. I want to fight.
all right, so let's go around. Malika, you're
Surprising to hear.
the first. Othan, I'm impressed. I did not expect the halfling to be the one throwing the most bodies off the wall, but
I'm short of stature, but I will rise to the occasion.
interesting. All right. So Malik, I'll ask you first. You have free reign of the city. Is there anywhere in the city that you would like to go?
No.
No, you're just gonna kind of go back and.
Just gonna wait till we go on mission.
All right. So I will go to Othan. Othan, you have the rest of the day. Anywhere you want to go first? Anywhere at all in the city? Anything you need to shop for or anything else?
I would like to purchase some healing potions. Where might I find those?
Okay.
And how much are they?
Couple of different choices here. So you have the Herbalist Edge,
Guess my magic isn't
which
useful
you've been
anymore.
to before.
Got healing potions.
But there's also the Teller's Magnificence, which is an enchanter's shop that you might be able to find. So it's up to you to pick. But you've been to the Herbalist Edge before. You know they sell healing potions. Are you going alone, or is anybody going with you?
I'll go alone.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
8.
8. Okay. Everything looks great around you. You're oblivious to any issues. So you come to the Herbalist Edge. There's an old white-haired man He's got kind of tattered, like purple and purplish robes. Can I help you, young man?
I am searching for some healing potions. I have a mission that starts tomorrow.
Healing
and I'm
potions.
fresh out.
Healing potions we can do here. What kind of healing are you looking for? Like, how serious a danger are you possibly in?
You never know. That's the problem. What different levels of healing potions do you sell here, sir?
I've got your basic type, which is 50 gold, which does 1d8 plus 1. If you're looking for a little bit stronger, I do have one that does 2d8 plus 2. That will run you 100 gold for that. I do have a very strong one here that on sale for 125. It does 3d8 plus 3.
I will take 3d8 plus 3. I will take one of the super strong ones.
Okay, so that'll be 125 gold.
And that will wrap up just about what I have to spend.
Okay. So it gives you a little vial. It's got like this red liquid in it. I mean, it's thick. It's almost, it looks like a jelly, but yet if you kind of tip it, it does pour. So it's not as thick as a jelly. So.
Okay.
All right. So you have that.
And do you have any antidotes for poison?
Poison antidotes. Yes. Any particular poison you're concerned about?
Or not an antidote, but any vials of poison
Poison itself.
that I may lace my weapons with to aid me in combat.
Wow. You're a dark one there. You're looking to put poison on your weapons. Okay. I would think you're going to want to talk to the chemist, the owl chemist there. That's not really my specialty.
Owl's chemist?
Yeah.
I'll head that way.
All right. So you're heading across town there. Roll another perception check.
9.
9. You're very enthralled with your potion of healing. You're very impressed with it.
I'm still on the high of victory.
Yes, and you're like, yeah, I won. Yes. Like you're probably, bringing the trophy around with you. All right.
Drinking out of it.
Yes. Gideon, anywhere you'd like to stop?
I want to go to. Oh, not Party on Garb. One of the clothing stores. I need a decent pair of leather gloves.
Okay, so we've got.
Not the Party on. The other. Is there another one? Not Guys Disguises. I know.
So Party on Garb is one of the best clothing stores in town, certainly. There is a disguise shop. That's not really where you're looking for gloves.
Yeah.
I would say, that would probably, or you could go to the Adventure Outfitter.
Let's go to the Outfitter.
The Outfitter, okay. So there's a middle-aged woman there. She's got just the start of gray in her hair. It's about shoulder length. Just kind of looks up. Good day. What can I do for you?
Looking to get a decent pair of leather gloves.
Leather
Not
gloves.
gauntlets or anything like armor or anything. Just a decent, sturdy, good leather though.
That I can do for you. Anything particular on these gloves, or just your standard set?
No, just a standard set. I
All right. Let me grab my book on that for a pricing. Is there anything else you're looking for, or no?
Yes. My guy has leather working. He plans to do some alterations to it. So just a little bit of stuff that I would use to either emboss or
So some additional leather.
some additional either leather or whatnot. I need to make some alterations to it once I get
Okay.
The gauntlets.
All right. So for the gloves themselves, I don't think we're looking at a whole lot for that.
Hope not.
Looking at 3 gold for the leather gloves, if they're
Okay.
fine leather gloves.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how much leather are you looking for?
It doesn't have to be a tremendous amount of it.
I mean, if we're talking like enough to make armor with, or are we talking?
No. I'm just tooling the surface of the gauntlets.
Oh, okay. Well, I would just say an additional gold would be enough for that
Okay.
then. Okay, so while you're doing that, you kind of come outside. Roll me a perception check.
Where are you at? I got an 18.
18. Okay. You notice it looks like a man is following you. And you're like, man, I could have sworn I saw him out of the corner of my eye before. And you think you might recognize him as possibly somebody you've met in your past, a member of the guild that you're also possibly a part of.
Gotcha. I want to.
I mean, he doesn't appear that he noticed that you noticed him.
I understand that. I want to let him know that I've noticed him and
Okay.
gesture him over to me.
Okay. So he kind of chuckles and heads over your way there. You recognize him. This is, you know him by the name Damon. Damon Shadowbrook, who's a member of the Thieves Guild. He's more of a information broker, so to speak, but typically when you come across Damon, you know the guild wants something.
Damon, excellent to see you today. I was actually looking for you.
Looking for me? Wow. Interesting. I was looking for you.
Oh, it's amazing we found each other. I am actually in the market on some information, which is of course why I look for you. So,
Well, you first then. What can I do for you?
well, what I would like to know is if you've heard any musings of activities, shall we say, in where are we headed?
You're gonna go to the city of Prevail.
Yeah, Prevail.
Funny you mentioned that. That's why I'm looking for you. Speaking of information that we're looking for, you're going to look into a theft that was done.
That's what I've heard, but that's all I've heard for information. I was wondering if you could.
So some rich fat merchant had an awfully rich statue stolen from him, a very expensive item. Unfortunately for him, it was taken into what they call Blue Alley, which is a dangerous area in Prevail where a lot of magic, a lot of traps, a lot of things, and that's why I think they're asking you to go in there, because the city guard doesn't want anything to do with it. However, just so happens there's an item in there that we would like to, and we thought, who better to go get that item than Gideon, who happens to be on this mission. We may or may not have helped make sure you were part of this mission.
I understand.
But there's a necklace that we would really, really like you to acquire for us that found its way into the alley.
And how might this necklace have wandered its way into the alley?
Somebody who tried to steal and then not pay the money they were supposed to pay. they took it, they thought, oh, maybe they'll get away and hide in Blue Alley, and they brought it in there, and they never came out. So,
It's unfortunate. It does happen sometimes. though.
yeah. Which means the necklace should still be in there.
Very well. Do we have an idea of where and maybe some information on this necklace?
It's worth quite a bit of money. Okay, it looks like all white pearls when you find it. I do know that. If you were to look, it might give off a magical radiance as well. As you know everything about, right, Gideon?
Yeah. You do understand my experience is not as vast as others in that area.
Well, I've heard it's adequate. It's what the ladies tell me anyway.
Very well. I will look into this.
We would be greatly appreciative if you could return the necklace.
Oh, you will be appreciative. This will eliminate some debt.
Some. Yes. I'm on your side, Gideon.
You're on your side.
Of course. But if after my side there's room for more, it's definitely your side then.
Hopefully we will continue to work well together.
As we always do. As we always do, my friend.
Do you know anything more about this statue, though?
I know it's worth a lot of money, but unfortunately it does need to be returned to him because he's got some friends in high places. So,
Very well.
yeah, our first thought was, does he really need to get it back? But alas, he does.
I will see to it that all parties are as satisfied with the outcome of our venture as possible.
Appreciate it. Just know that the necklace is an under the table job.
I understand.
Yes. So maybe keep that from your captain and her do-gooder personality. And
As I said, I will do what I can.
as you always do. Well, good luck to you. I'm sure you have other things to take care of today. I know you're starting your mission bright and early tomorrow. Or at least I heard that.
You always here.
I try. Well, good luck to you, Gideon.
Good luck to you. With that, I will head back to the barracks.
All right. So you're heading back to the barracks. All right. Shazer, what about you?
Just gonna head back to the barracks.
So
prepare
you're
for
heading
quest.
back to the barracks. Nothing that you need to get after in town either. Okay.
Nope.
All right. So you're at the barracks. You're at the barracks. Anything else in town that you would like to?
I wanted to head to the Owl's
he was
Chemist.
heading- Yeah. He was
What's
looking
that?
For
The
poison.
Owl's Chemist looking for
Oh
poison.
yes.
So at the barracks, is the captain there with us?
She
Captain
is.
BBC.
She is not there as of yet. She will be a little bit later on.
All right.
Let me do the chemist real quick, and then we're gonna go back to the barracks there to decide what you're all doing there.
Good.
All right, so you go into the Owl Chemist. The owner is a middle-aged gnome with a fluff of salt and pepper colored hair on his head and chin. He wears a long green robe, as long as it needs to be for a gnome anyway, that hovers just over his knees. Yes, sir. My name's Pyrite Beakers. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for some poison, maybe.
Poison. I have poison. What do you
Like
want
to
this
add it to my
poison to
blade.
do?
Need to add it to my blade.
Okay. Anything in particular you need this poison to do?
When I strike a foe, I need it to keep the foe down.
Okay. I did not know the traveling guard was using poison, but this must be an important mission. Okay. So let's take a look and see what type of poisons that we can sell here. I have one that will do a little bit of extra damage. I have one that will freeze your opponent, so to speak. Try to freeze the blood and keep them from being able to move. That's a little bit more pricey for something like that. I have one that will continue to do damage round after round from once you've struck them with it.
I imagine that's even pricier.
A little bit. What you tell me what you know.
I don't have a vast
Okay.
purse to pull from.
Well, maybe
the
we
prices?
start with I have one that's 25 gold that can be applied 3 times, and it will do a little extra damage each time you hit, and they must make a saving throw in order to fight the toxin inside of their body.
What is the next one?
The next one is 75 gold. However, this one is very much like the venom of a spider. Okay. When you are able to hit with this, if it succeeds, it will freeze your opponent, where your opponent will be unable to move.
I think I'll stick with the cheaper.
Okay.
Really
All right.
cheap.
So, for our purposes, put poison A.
Okay.
So I know which one you chose. The DC is 15 on that, by the way.
Is Constitution save?
Yep.
And what does it add for damage? Or
An extra 1d8 if they fail their save, or half if they make their save.
and that's 3 applications.
Yep, 3 applications.
Thank you, good sir. What was your name again?
Pyrite.
Pyrite. It's fool's gold, eh?
All right.
Good day to you. I'll
Good day
return to
to
the
you.
barracks.
Okay. On your way back, roll a perception check. 11. Okay. You just having a good day. Everything feels
All
good.
my business.
Minding your own business, exactly.
Down the street.
Sees nothing happening around him. All right, you
We'll
arrive
see in a wee while.
back at the barracks, but before you get to the barracks, you've been at the barracks a little bit longer. Anything transpiring at the barracks that you want to do, Shazer or Malika?
I think as I'm standing there, I'd be kind of looking down at my hands and my arms, and I have little scars and scabs. I don't do well out in the sun after growing up in the Underdark.
Sure.
As I'm looking at them and focusing on them, they begin to disappear. My skin looks clear. Something that I've done before, and I'm trying to figure out.
I was gonna say, have those around you gotten used to seeing this, or
No,
no?
it's as I'm looking down, they disappear, and my skin color starts to look more that of a human. And as I'm looking down at my hands, and it just moves up. Obviously, the only parts I can see, I see that my skin's not gray at that point anymore.
Okay. So, Shazer, you see this. Anything odd to you, or you just kind of...
I just think it's odd, but I'm just gonna go with it.
You kind of keep to yourself?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep
do I
it to
see, Do I
myself.
see him looking at me?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay, I'd look back down, and I get so the skin would go back to gray, but the sores are still gone.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So I'll get
I'm
you and I'll
just
say
waiting
you-
for the captain. I want to train. I don't feel I'm ready for this mission. We need to train more. We need combat. Where's the captain? Just waiting.
All right. So you wait. Eventually, Gideon comes back. Eventually, Othin comes back before the captain comes back. She had things to take care of to see to. So the 4 of you are now back at the barracks. Anything you want to discuss before she does come back? You want to tell anybody anything about what your concerns or plans for this?
So guys, I want to talk about the wall. I'm really sorry. I don't think you can understand what this means to me. But I won't agree to go anywhere without it again. And I'm really sorry I left you guys hanging. I'll do better in the future.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, we have your back.
I appreciate that.
Othan, who didn't grow up with much, doesn't say anything, just has a stoic look on his face.
I'm hoping we can get some time in with the captain before we go. I feel like we need to sharpen our skills. We need to work on our combat skills more. I don't feel we're crisp enough yet. Shazer needs some work with that boomerang.
Oh yeah.
Kayla enters back into the barracks, and now it's mid-afternoon. You know, it's probably 4, actually about 4 o'clock, we'll say, in the afternoon. It's like, you're all back already? Well,
We have a mission in the
You
morning.
all don't get out
I'm
much,
working
do
on my
you?
gauntlets, my gloves.
Okay.
Well, when she walks up, as she approaches, I would drop the minor illusion that I was using on my hands.
Okay.
So the scars would come back, and I would try to act natural.
As natural as you can be.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You all seem nervous. You all seem a little bit on edge about tomorrow's mission.
Oh, man.
I don't think we're ready.
I'm alright.
Listen,
I'm busy working on my gloves.
we're going
Pay attention.
to travel south to Prevail, okay? It shouldn't be too hard of a journey south of town. We may run into things, may not, but you've been practicing now for 6 months together under my tutelage. I would not have accepted this mission if I didn't feel like everybody here was capable of doing their part. What I need, though, is I need you to clear your minds and be ready. If that means you got to hit yourself with your spear, I don't know, whatever. Maybe you guys all need to go up on the bridge and throw each other off, whatever it might be. But clear your minds and get right for this. Shazer, do you need anything to clear your mind?
No, I think I'm good.
You're good.
Yep.
Okay, don't fly off at the first sign of battle and just leave us, please.
You got
Gideon,
my word for it.
I have no idea what you're working on over there. I probably don't want to. Is there anything you need to be ready?
No. I'm good.
Othan?
No, ma'am. Will you be joining us?
Oh yeah, you will not be going on this mission without me. That is not going to happen. I'm not taking a group I've spent 6 months training and sending them off to all be slaughtered. I would prefer to keep at least most of you around for a while.
I thought that we didn't have anything to worry about when you were initially talking. Did I not? Did I misconstrue that?
Oh, by yourselves, you'd all die. Like, for sure. But that's just because it's you. With me, though,
She instills so much confidence in me.
what about you, Malika? Anything you need?
So, Captain, with all due respect, I feel like we wasted time up on that wall. I mean, standing there wrestling and fighting with melee, we should be spending time.
You
honing
wasted
our
0
skills.
time.
It's good for the people. We've
Yeah,
had a
you're
long
lucky.
winter. Too long a winter. We were the only ones out, or do you not remember how empty the city's been the last few months as the snows flew and the heavy winds came and everyone was locked up in their homes and was starting to think that the world was never going to warm up. Now, yeah, is it a little chilly out still? Yes. But you saw how many people came out to see the spring games. We had a game of highlight going on earlier in the day with your other compatriots. You had you playing wall toss, and the mighty good game of wall toss it was, I might add. Whooped those city guards' ass, by the way.
I just feel like we should be spending this time honing our skills with our weapons, not wrestling on a wall.
You've honed your skills as much as you can. At this point now, the only way to get better is to go out and do it. And that's exactly what we're going to go do tomorrow. We're going to travel at first light. It's going to take us a couple days, probably 3 days total to get to Prevail. But it's a beautiful city on the coast, and we're investigating a theft. Your comrades, if you're wondering, they're going to investigate a murder, so they're under a little bit more stress than you are, I would say, right now. Now, again, some of the details provided to me make me think that there's more to this theft than meets the eye, because
What details?
it seems a little odd that you would ask us to travel 3 days to go investigate a theft, that you could have your city guard down there investigate now, but they've identified the place that we're going, a place called Blue Alley, so we know exactly what we need to do to get in there and make it happen.
Sorry, what alley?
It's called Blue Alley.
Blue?
Yeah, it's made a name for itself in Prevail. It's got some different magical properties in it.
What kind?
Just, traps and magic and things like that. Sometimes, bad things happen in there. But if we're smart and we keep our heads about us, I think we'll be fine.
Is this an actual alley, or is this...
The entrance it's in between two buildings, but it's almost like magical in what happens inside of there. Which I think is why most people are a little scared to go in there and retrieve the item we're going in there to retrieve. But you all aren't scared.
Have you heard more about what we're going to retrieve?
A statue.
Statue.
Yep. Rich merchant demands a statue. We're going to meet him down there. And again, remember your training. We do pay respect to the people of the city. When a merchant, I understand, he's probably going to be a blowhard, but we still have to give him his due respect and say, yes, we're going to get your item back for you.
So I should stay outside.
Or keep quiet, Gideon, or keep quiet. We all have choices. Look,
This is correct.
we do our part at the Traveling Guard. We don't ask questions, right?
Have you met us?
All right, so you have the rest of the evening. I hope for your sakes you have a good meal, you have a good night's sleep, and you're ready to go first thing in the morning. Does anyone have any other questions for me on this mission?
Nope.
Will we have an opportunity for a sparring session before sleep?
Who would you like to spar with?
You.
We can do that if you'd like.
Who better than my captain?
All right,
Captain, my captain.
we can do a quick sparring session. Weapons?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I don't want more
Healers.
wasted time like on the wall.
Healers.
Mm-hmm.
She calls for a cleric from the barracks and says, we're doing another sparring session, so we'd like to have a cleric by just in case.
Yeah, nothing malicious. I just think we need to hone our skills before we head out.
Okay. All right. So you go out, and she's big for a woman. She's about 5'9", 5'10". She's kind of broad-shouldered.
Okay.
And as you've seen her before, when she goes into training exercises and battles, she's got this gleaming greatsword she pulls out that she uses both hands to fight with.
Beautiful.
And it's like a gleaming silver weapon, and like the sunlight always seems to catch it, and there's always like a twinkle on this thing no matter where you are. So shall we begin?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, all of us? Just the two of us?
Just the two of you.
Okay.
Initiative.
Got work to do.
Is anybody else watching?
I'm watching.
Both finished sharpening his swords.
Okay.
Okay, we go initiative.
Cool. That's a 6 with advantage.
I was gonna say with advantage.
That's a 6 with advantage.
Wow.
Okay,
I rolled a 3 and then a 2.
so I guess she'll go first.
Flush that die right on the toilet.
Right.
Okay. All right. So
It's all on the surface. You're rolling it out.
Walk on it.
okay, so she's quick with this great sword as well. Okay, so she takes 2 swings with it.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is a 15.
Miss.
Second one is a 22.
That hits.
That hits. Okay.
realized this was a bad idea.
Okay.
No,
Wow.
he doesn't yet.
So, all right, that is 14 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
Okay. Is your round.
Okay. Alright. So, would she be in front of me, behind me?
She's in front of you. I mean, she swings the first time and you dodge out of the way, and she comes back and catches you across the midsection.
Okay. So, I'll take raise my shield, take a stab from behind the shield with the spear. That's a 19.
19, that definitely hits.
Okay. So that would be this bad boy here. Ooh. So that'd be 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay. All right.
Okay. And then as a bonus action, I'll use the racial feat for Blessing of the Raven Queen.
Okay.
And I'll teleport 30 feet behind her.
Okay. 30 feet.
Yep, so I would just and pop up over here.
Okay. All right. Is that something you've used in the past or in training?
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I used it in our last training session.
That's right. Yes. Okay.
That one's just a racial feat. It's not. Yeah, I don't even know if it's considered magic. It's just a bonus action, teleport.
All right.
But yeah, everybody here has seen me do it
30,
multiple
30
times.
feet away, though, you said?
Correct.
Okay, which she can move to. Okay. So she turns, kind of smiles, and charges in and attacks. Okay. So a 13
Nope.
and a
Block with the shield.
and a 20.
Yep. That one hits.
Okay. 14 again.
All right. So at that point, I would go down.
You fall down.
Yep.
Okay. They're gonna revive you.
Okay.
And she says, that move right there will probably save your life more than once. That is a really, really good tactic to be able to be where the enemy's not.
Thank you.
I think you're more than ready for this. Anyone else?
I'm good, ma'am.
All right.
I'm working on my gauntlet stuff.
I hope they're ready for tomorrow. Anything else anyone needs?
Before we bed down, I need to talk to the guys.
All right. She bids you farewell, says enjoy your meal tonight. She says, I promise you, I will do whatever I can to keep all of you alive.
Good evening.
Good night. All right, guys. As much as I can do this away from anyone else in the barracks, I just want to let you guys know. I had already heard some of what she said about the statue that we're looking for. There are other parties that have interest in this being done as well. And they have been keeping an eye on probably more than one of us. I know one. And he's always got his eye on everything. So there is another faction that has a vested interest in this. So I just wanted you guys to know that. And
You heard this while you were in town?
yeah. A sometime acquaintance of mine reached out to me.
Do you know much about the other faction?
A bit too much.
Okay. Are they going to stand in our way?
They will not stand in our way to my knowledge, but they're also not going to assist at all.
Okay.
As we stand, they just want the job done as we've been presented with it.
Do they have any other information as to where this item may be?
Actually, literally not more than she told us. I'd already heard of the Blue Alley.
Okay.
very scant information was shared. Magical traps is all that I know of that alley. So I don't have any history to go on there. I don't have any additional information on that part of it.
Very well. I suggest you
We
get some
just need to
sleep,
be
fellas.
wary.
We've got a big day tomorrow.
Keep your eyes out on things.
Understood.
Okay.
To the barracks.
Where
Well,
where are our horses? Are they near the barracks, or
Oh,
do
yeah.
we have to?
Yeah, no, the stalls
Okay.
are over by the barracks. Yeah.
I'm gonna go tend to my horse.
Okay.
Talk to it.
What's your horse again? A little bit smaller. What's your name of your horse?
His name is Traylon.
Traylon. Okay. And remember, you all have a horse that you'll take with you on this next adventure. Is there anything else anybody'd like to do before you choose to bed down for the night?
just replay the brief events of the sparring session in my mind. Think about the movements of the captain, how efficient she is, and just mental reps, trying to get better.
Okay. All right.
Mental reps.
So as you bed
Gotta
down,
be faster, gotta be more efficient.
Absolutely.
well, and you know she's
Yep.
been in many
Oh,
more
yeah.
battles. And,
No, she's incredible.
there's a reason she was assigned to you. So you eat
Captain BBC's the truth.
kind of nervous, kind of, a little bit of nervous energy, a little bit of excitement about what the next day holds. You finally go to bed, try to find your sleep as best you can, in hopes that you're going to be fresh in the morning. And you wake up, first dawn, first light, and a little bit cooler in the morning, but you're dressed, you're ready to go. You have your tunic on, your red and black tunic that identifies you as a member of the traveling guard.
And that's our standard issue.
Yes.
So that would be under my armor, but you'd still be able to see the colors?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And as you come to your horses and saddle up, that is where we're going to take our first break for the evening. So
All right.
we will take about 10 to 15 minute at the most break.
So we took our
and-
long rest sleeping?
Yes,
Okay.
and we will return for the adventure outside of Vassardell. Stay
Awesome.
tuned.
I'm going to go ahead and take that Blessing of the Raven Queen back.
Welcome back. As we left off, the group had gotten a good night's sleep. They were getting ready for their adventure. They were being called to the city of Prevail, where they were going to investigate a theft of a very pricey statue, and that was only the details that were given to you, and you were told you would leave at first light. So upon morning, you got up, got prepared, and went out to your horses. Just so I know, again, your horses are, we'll start over here. Malika, who's your horse?
Roach.
So you're on Roach, okay. Yep. Othan? Traylon? Gideon?
Francis.
Francis and Shazer?
Skunk.
Okay. So a bird riding a skunk. Okay. All right. This is good. So Kaylin is waiting for you. She's already prepared, mounted her horse, and is ready to go. And as the sun slowly rises above the horizon, its gentle rays cast a warm golden glow over the countryside. You begin to walk your horses at a leisurely pace down the cobblestone streets and out past the city gates. The subtle fragrance of blooming flowers and freshly moistened earth. It's a delightful change from the cold, icy grips of winter that you've been facing. And the trees, once bare and skeletal out in the countryside, now burst forth with delicate green buds that adorn the branches. The vibrant foliage unfurls gradually, painting the landscape with shades of emerald, lime, and jade. The sight of new leaves dancing in the soft breeze is a visual symphony of life and growth. The meadows and fields, because you went out the southern gate of Vasterdell to head to the port city of Prevail. You see a lot more meadows here, once covered in blankets of snow, now transformed into a carpet of lush green grass and wildflowers. Bees and butterflies flit from one blossom to another, sipping nectar and pollinating the blossoms. The sound of bird songs fills the air as migratory birds return from their winter, their tune celebrating the arrival of spring. And that is where you'll begin the adventure. Kaylin calls forth and says, I'd like to send 2 at a time to scout ahead, and then they'll come back, and then we'll send 2 more. But I think, let's not get carried away. Let's go maybe about a couple miles at most ahead to scout out. So who would like to be the first 2 scouts? Gideon?
I'll go.
Anyone else?
I'll go. Gideon.
Who?
Othan can go.
Othan? All right. So Othan and Gideon.
I'll stay back with Shazer.
Okay. So the 3 of you stay back. Kaylin and Malika, Shazer, you keep a normal pace, and you kind of scout out ahead a little bit here. Roll me a perception check as you get galloping out into the countryside there.
Oh boy. Rolled a 12.
11 total.
Nothing yet. Don't see anything out of the ordinary. In the early beginning, this is a 3-day journey. You're in mostly what they call the Lord's Fields here, closer to Vasterdell. So these are fields that are tended by, again, people who are repaying their tax debt by working in the fields if they don't have the money for it. And again, any of the food that's harvested here is saved to not only help feed people in the city, but also if there's anyone in any of the outside communities that falls into any problems where maybe there's famine or blight in their area, the food then is brought to them as well. So it's actually a very good use of the food. They've done a very good job of how they take care of things there. And so mostly throughout the first day, you're seeing many of the fields. Now, as you're getting close, rather than having to ride back after, your first hour out or so, you're kind of, waiting almost for them to catch up to you, so to speak. You're kind of glancing around at that. And you see up ahead, up till now, the path's been pretty empty, although you left early in the day. But it does look like a horse is coming your way just as you see your group beginning to approach from the opposite side. So you're looking both ways down the road, and you can see Malika, Shazer, and Kalen coming. You know, they're probably, you know, quite a ways out yet. I would say good quarter-mile back, but you can just see them. And maybe just the same distance the other way, you see a lone horse coming towards you.
Are we standing in the trail, or are we just?
Yeah,
off the
you're
trail?
right on the trail and on your horses.
You want to head back and meet up with them, or do you want to wait and see who this person might be?
I would like to wait and see. The closer we are, at least we'll have a jump on this. If this.
I mean, they're almost identical distance apart. You almost think if you stayed exactly where you are, everyone's going to meet at the exact same time.
All right, we'll hang out here.
Oh.
But I want to kind of scan. Is there? I mean, we're on a trail. Is there a tree line, or is it
Prairie.
mostly flat? It's all flat. Okay.
It's like farm fields.
Farm fields. So there is a good amount of hiding space or high grass.
Yeah, I mean, high grass, if you got off the horse,
I
sure,
just
your horse
wanna-
would not be able to hide very well.
I just want to try to keep an eye on some of the areas on the side
Gotcha.
of the roads as well.
Okay. Okay. As the horses are getting closer, roll me a perception check.
13.
14.
Okay. It
7 more.
There's lightweight out there?
you swear that you're like, something's not right about that rider as it's getting closer and closer. Now I would say it's maybe well, let's say a couple hundred yards away, and you realize you're like, I think that is a skeleton on a horse, and the horse is blindfolded.
Skeleton on a horse.
At this point, so what's
We
your?
can't see this yet, right?
You're probably, since you're another probably 200 yards away from them. I mean, and there is, you can see a speck. Possibly something is coming towards them. Doesn't seem to be
so-
coming with
All right.
malice or anything.
So we're just kind of trotting along,
So-
right?
Yep.
Right? Okay.
but slowly
It looks
closing
like
the
a
distance.
skeleton on a horse.
It just looks like a skeleton on a blindfolded horse.
Othin is going to slip off, and he is going to stealthily walk through the tall grass
Okay.
to try to get up to.
So you just leave your horse on the trail there, or
You want me to grab the reins?
Yes, please.
I want to holler, be on guard,
okay?
back.
Okay, so you hear a be on your guard.
So we're riding along.
So Kaylin's like, okay, and so she's kind of like alert, like
I
what?
want to
What
try
is
to
it?
edge back with the horse. I don't want
off
to
the trail?
No, just back further
Right.
towards them who are coming up.
Prior to him yelling, I'd be in a conversation with Shazer and say,
I'm not going to try to gallop
Hey,
in your reins too.
back there you said something about going to get strippers. Is that a word that you heard? Like, do you know what that means?
Yes, I do. I thought we should help get them some more money with their job.
Strange.
Yeah.
Not an area I would expect you to want to go. What? Okay. So then I would hear them yell.
Yeah, you hear them yell, be on guard.
So, Shazer, you hear that?
I do indeed.
I think we should go meet up with them. So,
So you're gonna kind of ride ahead.
yeah, by the heel of the horse.
Okay, so you guys kind of ride ahead, and you see. I mean, now it's maybe 100 yards away now. Now, where are you going while this is happening?
I'm going to slip about 10 or 15 feet into the tall grass,
Okay.
and then work my way towards the skeleton on
So you're
horseback,
you're working your way towards it.
so
Okay.
that if need be, I can obtain a flank of this thing if we need to fight it.
Okay. So you're kind of flanking it. It's only about 100 yards from the group now. You all clearly see this. I mean, it's the horse is just kind of walking. It's got a blindfold on, and this like skeleton, like just like this creepy dark black eyes, like just boring into your soul, just like staring right at you as it's coming. It's just got this like this just bony smile, just like,
A skeleton.
and it's just kind of moving your way.
Sweet.
So now we in the
Oh yeah,
that group.
it's about 80 yards away and slowly closing distance now.
Yeah, Captain, do you see this?
I do, and I'm not sure what to make of this. What do you think we should do?
I'm edging to the side of the trail.
Okay.
Because I
Okay,
have an extra set of reins in my hand, so.
She's pulled her great sword, and she's like, and she's kind of not sure as well.
I grab the reins, brace my spear forward, and then head towards the skeleton.
Okay.
Not immediately with the intention to attack, but headed ready. with
So
the
how
spear.
close are you getting to this thing?
I'm going all the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see if it's possible to have a conversation. Does it have malicious intent? What is it?
So roll a perception check.
I'm gonna go with him because I'm a follower.
Staying on the horse.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll as well.
15.
21.
Okay. I mean, you feel like when you're like, this is like undead, like, and it's like staring into both your souls, like.
Is that anything we ever encountered before? Like
No.
any part of our training? Any talk of undead? Is this?
No.
I mean, it's a completely foreign concept to us.
To you, yes. You've never dealt with undead.
Does it look confrontational?
It's a skeleton on a blindfolded horse, and it's moving it, and now it's staring straight at you. How close do you get?
I'd go right up to it. I want to check it out.
Once Othin gets past it, I'm going to pop back out on the trail so that I'm behind it and I will follow it.
Okay. So now, I mean, are you blocking its path or
Yes.
no? Okay, so you blocked its path, so the horse is like stops, but the horse is like, there's,
Yeah,
the horse is kind of like,
turn the horse sideways in the path. Do I see Othin behind him? Do I see Othin behind
did
the
you
horse now?
come out?
Yes, I came out back.
So
I'm
he's
keeping
out on
about
the ground, yeah.
20 feet behind it.
And I'm just off to the side.
Okay.
So the horse
I
is
would
like-
so I'd tell Shazer to go to the opposite side of the road from where Gideon is. So at this point, we have all four sides of this thing covered.
Okay, the horse is really like starting to like be nervous now. This blindfolded horse.
Okay. It hasn't attacked in any way.
It has not yet, no, but it's just staring straight at you.
Okay. Yell out to the captain. What are your orders?
This is a little bit of a head scratcher here. What's going on with the horse?
Looks nervous.
Well, let's try
Do we let him
this.
pass?
Is
A skeleton heading
You
into
attempt
town
to
would not be
communicate
good.
with it.
the horse is really like the horse has a
You're the one right in
blindfold on
front
it,
of it.
but it's really like
I mean, I
getting
got good
like
communication skills.
I mean,
nervous now.
The horse that the skeleton is riding
Has a blindfold
has
on
a,
it.
but it's not an undead horse. It looks
No.
like it's a okay.
This is a normal horse, and it's like getting real nervous
Is there
now.
anything that I can pick out about the skeleton? Any kind of telling?
I mean, it's
weapons,
humanoid,
armor,
no
anything that
weapons.
might tell me what region or anything it might be from.
I mean, it's a human, you know that, but
Okay.
looking at the bones, but
I'm gonna hold my hand up and yell halt.
well, the horse has stopped because you blocked it, but the mouth kind of opens on the skeleton, just like,
Is it speaking?
and the smile's gone now, and it's just staring at you.
Is it words that we would potentially understand? It's just
No, you just hear.
That's unsettling.
we have no orders from the captain.
It's kind of like,
Captain, what do we do here?
I want to know what you think you should do. It's a perfectly good training exercise.
I think we should find a new captain who actually issues orders.
I want to see how you handle yourself in this situation.
A skeleton heading into town
Undead
would not be good.
itself, in my Undead are inherently evil, is what I say. I'm going to say that to
Okay.
everyone. Undead are inherently evil. Because that's what
Good enough for me.
my guy would.
Alright. Pull a dagger out of my belt.
Oath and undoes a
Throw it
shield.
into its face.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
Okay. Alright. 11.
11 hits.
Wow.
We can't skeleton.
7 damage.
Okay, but it's a piercing weapon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it hits it, like kind of clanks around in there, but like it topples off the horse and the bones just kind of like crack apart. At the same time this happening, another horse is coming up over the ridge, and you're like, what? You hear, what? No, what? Stop! What the fuck? What the fuck? Because the skeleton just fell off the horse and just shattered into pieces, and this like thin, rangy looking like hobgoblin riding a horse comes over, and he's like, stop! What the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? I got orders. I got everything. I did everything right. He points to Kaylin, and she's like, oh God, like what is this? He's like, I didn't kill anyone. I didn't dig anyone up in Vassardale. You can look at my paperwork right here. It says I'm allowed to have this skeleton undead, and you fuckers just killed it.
Okay, you should have been closer to it.
Do you know how long it took to make that?
I have no idea.
No clue whatsoever.
What? What's wrong with you people in this land? You slaved my kind for years. I finally come over here. I get free. I'm not a slave anymore. And you fucking kill my creature.
What's wrong with you? Who just sends a
Necromancer.
skeleton running around?
Undead is bad.
Oh my God. Who brought the bird boy? Undead is bad.
Easy.
Birds are bad.
Easy.
God. Who's going to make this right?
No one here.
Kaylin's like, oh, for the love of God. Like, what just happened here? She's like, she looks at this paperwork and she's, seems like it's all in order. Like Malika said, maybe you should have been a little closer. You go, that's not good enough for me. I need another skeleton. You know what? I've got a great idea. I'm going to follow you all. Because you fuckers just kill everything in your path, so I feel like you'll get me a new skeleton in no time. So consider me part of your group for the rest of the day. I feel like in the next 3 or 4 hours, you'll kill something or somebody and get me a skeleton. What do you say?
Take us that long.
What about these bones right here?
He's gathering them up. I can't just make it right back into a skeleton. I need a new one now. You killed that one.
See, we
Don't you know anything about necromancy?
No.
Not the
No.
slightest.
we don't decide.
I roll any
we don't
kind of
decide who
Arcana
travels
check.
in this group. That's up to the captain.
She's like, oh, for the love of God, will you shut up and leave us be? If we let you travel with us, you'll do exactly as I say, and as soon as you get a skeleton, you'll take it and you'll leave. Sounds fair to me. She looks at all of you. Let's just do this.
What's your name, Hobgoblin?
My name is Ebotus.
Evotus.
And how big is he?
Way
He's-
bigger than me.
He's tall. I mean, he's like 6'4", but he's real thin. I mean, he looks like if he weighs $170, I mean, at 6'4", I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, he's thin. And he's wearing like some tattered robes. I mean, he looks like he's lived a hard life. And
So it'd be. I mean, would he be similar size to our friend Rydell?
Rydell is much thicker
Okay.
and muscular. This guy is more sinewy, I guess you could
Yeah.
say.
I mean, if the captain says he's with us, he's with us. I mean, we don't decide who travels with us.
She's like,
If I got to decide,
she kinda-
Oath wouldn't be here.
she kind of shows you the paperwork. She's like, the paperwork does check out. Like,
Let me take a look at that paperwork.
What are the statues on?
Necromancy is freaking.
it's allowed, but there are rules. You can't kill anybody to go get your body. Okay, you can't dig up anybody in the city proper to go find your bodies. Okay, it's only allowed out in the countryside because we feel like the university feels like there could be some good that could be learned from it. I don't
What
make the
about
rules.
proximity to your skeleton?
You've been
What's the
around the
statute?
university. You know how those people are.
I understand how those
What's
people
that?
are.
What is the statute on proximity to your skeleton?
It's. What do
We
you
can
mean?
just let them roam free.
You've got to
Once you build a
maintain
skeleton, it
control.
can just go
Once
wherever
you
it
let
wants.
Once you let it roam,
Yeah.
you're.
There's no
It's like-
leash laws in this county.
He's like, I spent 6 months getting this horse, just able to let my skeleton ride it.
Right.
You should have spent 6 months trying to get yourself closer to that horse. I mean, you can't let him just wander off.
You were over a
Right.
quarter
You
mile
could have
away.
more control over
Yeah.
something so important to you.
He wasn't within the city limits. I was following the rules.
Right. Can I hop off a roach and go get my dagger out of the skeleton? Right. Put it back in my belt.
He's putting bones in his bag. He's still cursing like fucking.
That's a
people.
femur. You're gonna want to hold on to that. You're gonna need that.
Yeah.
That
You
big
keep
one.
that part.
They don't walk without that. I don't think.
Damn it. Should take more than about 3 hours. I'm sure you guys will kill something else.
All right. So creepy hobgoblins coming with us, Captain.
Yes.
Roger that.
Check.
Look, if we run into trouble, it's, one more person that might get attacked that's not you.
All right. Hop back on
And he's
roach.
like, wait, what?
Hop back on roach and start heading down the road again.
All right, so now it's who's scouting now? Shazer and Malik are gonna scout ahead, correct?
Don't kill anything. All willy nilly.
Does that mean the
There are
hobgoblins
rules of
staying back
engagement.
with us?
Yes.
So the hobgoblins
Malachite.
staying back with us.
So it's Gideon, Othin,
Well, scout.
I gave that skeleton plenty of time to declare its intentions.
Gideon, Othin, Evotus, and Kalen are together while the other two scout ahead.
I just want to let you know that the university wouldn't hold us responsible for the fact that he can't evidently control his undead.
I imagine that to be true.
Don't listen to him. He's a human. Humans are horrible, horrible people. I grew up on an island where humans like him had me enslaved.
So he takes it upon himself to raise the dead. Because that's better. Enslaving bodies and souls.
I'll have you know, Bob was my friend. And you murdered Bob.
Can we hear this?
No, you
Are we-
scouted ahead.
Okay. Okay. Shazer and I are just trotting along.
Yeah.
Okay.
You allowed Bob to be murdered.
You are correct. I
you
allowed
murder
your
something that's
undead
already
toy
dead?
to have its strings cut.
Humans. Am I right?
No.
He grumbles but falls back. All right, Malika and Shazer, you're out riding along. Make perception checks for me, please. Actually, make investigation checks. You're investigating.
No, we've already come across one undead.
$20.
Wow,
8.
8. Okay.
Mhm.
You're just impressed to be out in the countryside now, outside the city. You're like, look at all these great sights.
Oh, there's grass.
Yeah.
They
It's
don't have
amazing
this
out
everywhere.
there. You realize though that you're getting to the edge of what would be the royal lord's fields, and the terrain is starting to change, and you're thinking, okay, this is where it can start to get a little bit more dangerous as far as there's probably less order, and it's more of the natural whatever habitat is out this way. You don't see anything that jumps out at you or scares you or anything, but you can tell that as far as you were scouting ahead, you've kind of reached the range of that. You know that the terrain's starting to switch.
Okay. There's Shazer. We gotta stay vigilant. I'm starting to get uncomfortable here.
So you guys kind of range ahead. You come back, meet up. You know, we're good halfway through the day now, and you know, now that you reach the edge of that, the terrain is changing. I mean, now there's starting to be trees on the side of the road. There are some farms still, but these farms are a little bit more ramshackle. They're not as well kept up. You know, you're definitely a little bit more out in the wilderness now, so to speak, and that's when again your group would be coming back to report that, hey, there's been nothing we've seen here.
So for right now, it's still just me and him. We're headed back, right?
Yeah, it's about midday.
So, while it's just he and I riding together, I think I'd like Shazer. Look at this. Hold my hand up, and this black energy, looking like flames, starts to come off of it. Like it's. I feel like it's getting harder to control. Can you keep an eye on me? Just like if anything goes wrong, I don't want to hurt anybody that we care about or anybody that doesn't deserve it. I'm getting more and more concerned. I don't think I can control this.
Do you think we should let the group know about this?
I mean, they've seen me use it. I think they know, but I don't think we should tell them that I'm struggling to control it. Just keep it between you and I for now.
Alright, I'll keep it between us and I'll make sure to keep an eye on you.
Alright, let's go report back. I'm gonna snap my fingers and go away. Go back to normal.
So you report back about midday, and you know, Kalen agrees this is probably a good spot to get lunch. But Evotus, as soon as you come back, is like, so how many people did you kill?
None.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't see anybody.
I didn't see anybody.
Okay.
I didn't see any more skeletons.
That makes more sense.
You signed up for the long haul,
Whatever. I just know I have a good feeling if I stay close to this group, death will follow.
Okay, I gave you every opportunity to be able to catch up and stop us from attacking that skeleton.
I was going as fast
We
as
took
I
the
could.
diplomatic approach. Right? We surrounded it. We attempted to make contact and communicate.
How diplomatic is murdering something?
Look, I mean,
Technically, it's not
You
murder.
murdered Bob.
It's not murder if it was already
dead.
dead.
He was already dead.
his name was Bob.
His name was
Literally.
Bob.
Literally already dead.
There.
Not murder.
It's murder. You murdered Bob.
No, not murder.
I have
Ask the
paperwork
university.
that says you murdered
Talk
Bob.
to the university.
Okay.
That's not murder.
So in the future, when you raise things from the dead, maybe you should consider giving them the ability to speak.
That comes a lot
He's
later
not
on.
that
I don't
good.
know if you understand necromancy.
No, I don't.
But it's not easy.
Well,
I'm trying. I'm sorry that I spent the first half of my life as a slave.
that's not my fault. Were you on Creolis?
Yes.
Interesting. We have some friends from there.
Humans,
Maybe.
figures. It's the kind of
Right.
response I'd expect from them.
Once again, like just stay closer to the things you create. If it's that important to you, don't let them run off on their own.
All right. So you guys eat a good midday meal of impressive bread and cheese. But,
Sweet. Nothing he can raise from the dead. Gotcha.
No.
Right. Is it Gouda?
Not eating meat around him.
You done with that steak bone?
Right. The T-bone warrior.
So you guys continue.
Tomahawk steaks.
Kalen says, I'll scout ahead this time. I'm going to find a place for us to camp for tonight anyway. Stay in a group, stay in formation. Please don't kill the hobgoblin. And with that, she kind of rides ahead. So, you all, the 5 of you then are left to ride together, and he's like, I can't believe she left me with these murderers. Oh my god. It's like, and he's just mumbling under his breath the whole time.
Hey, if we accidentally kill you, just raise yourself.
That's not possible.
Yeah, can you do that?
No.
No.
I don't trust any of you.
Do you know how necromancy works?
Sort of. I'm learning. I raised Bob, didn't I? I got Bob on a horse.
Allegedly.
What do you mean allegedly?
Allegedly, we don't know.
He has a good point.
You've got all of Bob. If you actually could raise him, wouldn't you?
It doesn't
raise
work
him
that
again?
way. I'll tell you what. You guys kill somebody or something, and I'll raise it.
You already have a body.
I need a new one.
But do you?
Beggars can't be choosers.
It
Yeah.
just,
How do we know
he-
you didn't steal Bob?
I do. You roll.
Yeah, I have no clue.
You believe it? Yeah. 100%. Yes. He definitely needs.
I got an 11.
He needs a new body.
All right.
What else can you do besides allegedly
Annoy us.
raise?
I'm sorry.
What do you mean? What else can I do?
What else can you do?
What is this, a talent show? What can you do?
You got.
You don't wanna
settled
find
with
out.
us, we got settled with you. We need to know who we're working with.
I mean, I can cast some different spells. I can drain one of your life forces to give myself a little bit more energy. Is that helpful?
For all we know, that's what happened to
I'd
Bob.
ready my spear and point it at him.
I'm just asking.
No, you won't be draining anybody's life forces.
Well, okay.
If we told the captain you attacked us and we had to kill you, she would never bat an eye.
I have paperwork that says you broke the law.
As long as it wasn't me.
Paperwork that would be seen by who?
I don't like where this is going.
Don't make threats then.
Aren't you supposed to be lawful? Aren't you some kind of? You look like a lawful person. What's going on? You're just gonna allow them to talk to me this way?
I don't know what's going on. They do their thing. They're my teammates, my partners.
Hey, look at this shiny thing here. There you go.
You threatened to drain our life force.
No, you asked if I could do anything else. I was telling you what else I could do.
It sounded like a threatening tone to me.
I suppose Bob threatened you too.
Perspective.
I felt threatened by Bob, yes.
A skeleton with no weapons.
Yes.
Should have seen the way he was
Sitting there
breathing.
groaning
Man.
and
That
making
much
deathly
negative
noises at
energy?
us.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was trying to say hello. We were working on it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what.
Alright. Just
I don't see a lot of
stop
skeletons.
me.
and stay closer to whatever minions you raise.
I feel like you learned a valuable lesson here.
Yeah.
That you're all horrible, horrible people. Yes.
Hey, this is a much cheaper lesson than you would necessarily have
Right.
learned somewhere else. So
Hey, Shazer,
that's
go
our
up
present
top.
to you.
check out around us.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly up above the trees and just look around
Okay, so you fly
So-
up quite a bit. Okay,
She was scouting
Yep.
ahead, right?
above
Yeah.
the trees so I can like see clearly.
We
so
were told
you,
to stay in formation, Shazer.
Can you see the captain?
you could see her
Yeah.
way up ahead. She's finally working her way back to you, but she's probably a good almost half a mile out yet. But you, I mean, just see kind of a speck coming
I
this
know.
way.
Alright, I'm gonna tell them the captain's on her way back.
Okay.
You want me to come back down?
Yeah, come down, please.
Alright, I'll go down and go back on Skunk.
Okay. So she eventually rides back and she's like, I found us a campsite. Anybody in looking up into the air also probably saw a giant bird-like creature up there. Just wondering if you all saw that like I did.
Sorry, Captain, that's my
I think
fault.
I saw a hawk up there at one point.
Well, you kept the hobgoblin alive. Appreciate that.
I asked Shazer to check on you.
Appreciate you caring about me. But remember, stay in formation, keep yourself alive. I found a campsite up ahead. I think it'll be a good spot for the night. It's big enough to put a wagon in, so it'll be plenty big enough for us to put our horses in for the night. So she leads you up ahead. You get to the camp and have a quiet dinner. Somewhat, a hobgoblin joins you, so it's not so quiet. He's still picking for information. He asks weird questions, like just occasionally, like, "Hey Gideon, how many people have you killed?"
One more if you ask me one more question.
Okay. Othan, what about you?
It's not up for debate.
I'm not debating. I'm just asking a question.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to have like a whisper in this dude's ear that says "Undead is bad," just
Okay.
over and over again.
Over and over. Okay, you're gonna keep it up.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. He gets grumpy with you, and
What do you know?
yeah,
You would know that it came from Shazer?
he'd have a pretty good idea. He goes and starts talking to the captain, and he's like not getting a good vibe from you all. So he's
Yeah. I would just sit there and stare at him.
I'm gonna go like this to the captain.
She shakes her head, but
I'm watching his every movement. I'm on him like a hawk.
okay.
I
So
have my spear laid. I mean, we're sitting down at camp, right?
yep, she's got a little campfire, not a big one, but a small one enough to at least have a little bit of warmth because it still gets cold at night. And she says, "Well, I think we should break into watches. Now, there are 5 of us that can take watch. I'd like to split this into 3 shifts." And of course, he's like, "There's 6 of us. I can take a watch."
No.
And she's like, "Again, there's 5 of us. So how do we want to break this up? Who would like first watch?"
I'll take second watch.
Okay, Othan's going on second.
I'll take all of the watches.
You don't need to sleep.
No, I don't.
Okay, well
I
then,
don't need any sleep. So
What if you-
I'll
what
need,
if you
I'll need a
overlap?
partner in each one.
yeah, what if you overlap? Then you'll take 2 of them.
I'm not comfortable going to sleep with him around. I'll
Understandable.
stay up tonight.
Okay, so you're gonna stay up all night. Okay, now that's a point of exhaustion, correct? There.
No, not for me.
Ah, okay.
I'm a dark elf. I don't need sleep.
All right, so you're gonna be on all 3 watches. So the 2 of you
Yep.
will be on second. Who would like to join him on first?
I'll take first.
Who would like to join him on third? Is that you?
Yeah.
Callan's like, works for me. I'll get some sleep tonight. All right. Evotus is like, which watch would you like me on?
None.
I'm happy to watch.
You will not be partaking in the
no.
watch.
Okay. Somebody wake me if you kill something. The captain gives you a knowing look. Don't say it.
So what are our surroundings where we're sleeping?
So there's like abandoned farms and sometimes just rundown farms, but there's also trees starting to dot along this area. But there's an area along this trail where there's like, it looks like they carved out of the field a little bit. It's big enough to park a couple wagons in there, and so she's got a fire going in that area along with your horses there. All right. So first watch, make a perception check.
Perception. Ooh. Nice.
Not good.
10.
10.
Yeah, I think he beat me.
Nah, I'm walking around.
Okay, so on first watch, Gideon and Malik, anything you talk about as you're on watch together?
Honestly, I have a bit of experience with the university. I have 0 trust for necromancers. That's just
You
me
do
personally.
know then that with that trust that they do allow some weird things to go on the university.
The university plays by its own rules.
So you've seen Undead?
Unfortunately, here and there, yes. Never as close as we were.
I don't
So I have never been easy around undead. The energy is just unpleasant at best.
Well, I don't feel like I need to sleep tonight, so I'll stay up and keep an eye on him. I don't plan on letting him out of my sight.
No. I'm not disagreeing we need to keep an eye on him, but I think we should watch other things as well.
Understood?
This is a weird mission already.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the port.
No.
All right, so the rest of your watch goes by. It seems to be uneventful. Nothing else happens. So who's on second watch? Okay.
Othin.
Both of you roll perception checks.
That's like right in the middle.
Oh, it's worse outside of the box.
19.
Yeah, one of those.
Sevens.
Okay, 19. You hear things
I'm just like
in
walking around
the brush. Like there's some things making noise. You're not sure if these are just general creatures of the night or if something is, trying to get close. It doesn't seem like anything's coming right at your campsite, but you can definitely hear some things scurrying around in there.
Is this something I would recognize as like rodents or?
Could be larger rodents though. I mean, if they're rodents, they're bigger.
Like what kind of animals do they have in the surrounding forest?
I mean, you're not to the thicker parts of the forest yet, but it could be anything. I mean, it could be any kind of cat-like creature. It could be a rodent. Could be. I mean, there's wolves. So.
I'll make a note of it.
Okay. But yeah, nothing
keep an
seems
ear
to
out.
approach the camp.
Very well
Anything that the two of you talk about on your watch?
Yeah, just that whole thing. Like, we've been training together and working together, and I feel like, you've really proven yourself really strong in combat. I've been impressed by everything I've seen with you, and obviously I jumped off the wall. I feel like after everything you've seen from me, it's like you were a little bit hard on me there.
I was disappointed.
Do you have anything that you own that means anything to you?
My honor.
Your honor? Yeah. That's
But
fair.
I have seen you fight well in combat. I don't think that mistake is who you are.
I feel like some of my honor is tied to this spear. My family's legacy, and my father's name, like, the things that they said about him, they aren't true. He wasn't a thief. He wasn't a liar. I feel like I need this spear to drive me forward and cleansing his name, bringing honor back to my family. Funny you should speak of honor.
So what happens if you go down in combat and your spear is stolen? Do you no longer have honor?
I would feel like I won it. I would feel like I let my father down and I betrayed his legacy. The spear was everything to him. He built his reputation in the fighting pits based off his ability with this spear. He and the spear were one and the same. So, yeah, I guess we can keep talking circles around it. I know you don't agree with the decision, but I do apologize. I don't have any intention of abandoning you guys again, but something came over me. So, just take it for what it is, but I am sorry.
I forgive you.
That was crazy.
There's no need to speak of it again.
Okay. Your watch goes by uneventful, other than, like I said, what you heard in the brush a few times.
Keep an eye out later in the morning for the brush. Something stirring out there.
All right. So we move to the third watch. Have both of you please keep a perception check.
Box or table?
I don't know.
Neither
Maybe
one's
different
working.
dice.
Oh!
Oh, shoot.
That's an nat 20.
Nat 20.
Mine's
You
17.
Seize it before it happens.
So you both hear some rustling.
Thanks to the hot tip from Othin.
You
Watch the brush.
can kind of see the brush moving a little bit. but it doesn't look like anything's coming towards the camp, but it's moving out there.
Should we check it out?
So, do I feel like it's wildlife? Do I feel...
Yeah, I mean, you feel like it's, I mean, for lack of a better term, the word I would use is critter of some kind.
Okay.
Not a threatening large beast.
Alright. Yeah, I would say I would approach.
Okay. So you kind of start walking into the brush a little bit more. As you get a few feet into there, like, things start scurrying everywhere in the dark. Now you can see, you have dark vision, right? So
Correct.
you can see these little creatures. I mean, they could be raccoons, but they're about that size maybe, and they go scattering.
Okay.
And they run away as you go out there.
Alright, I'd tell Shazer, it just looks like some raccoons in the brush. Nothing here.
Okay.
Turn around and come back.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to talk about on your watch together?
So who did you say you were looking for? Or before you were telling me that you're looking for somebody and that's why you're in Vassardell?
Yes, I'm looking for a lost loved one.
Okay.
I feel like I could trust you now. So the reason I'm looking for them is because when I was on the plane, they didn't trust outsiders, and you know, I became friends with an outsider, and I got caught healing her, and I haven't seen her since.
Oh wow.
So I've been banished, and I've been looking to find her.
Well, you said before when we were talking, you said she was human, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you heard any news about her? Do you have any idea where she could be?
No, I have no leads. I just know I began some love for her, and I'd like to find her again.
Okay. How do you feel about the people in charge?
The people in charge?
Yeah. Yeah, the rulers.
I mean, I have no really preference exactly. I'm just here working on a mission and here with you guys.
Yeah, I feel like, the people seem happy, but I just don't trust. There's somebody in power that's had a history with my father, and just she's definitely crooked, and if she's that bad, I don't know. I'm concerned. Maybe the rest of them are. And I'd like to think that's not the case, but who are we really working for?
Roll a perception check, both of you again.
It's a 24. Not
Okay.
20.
22.
Wow. So you both hear kind of a twig snap, I guess, then, and you kind of glance up and you see Avotus is approaching you guys, like he's got something to share with you. Like, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but you, Malika, right? You shouldn't trust them. Don't trust any of them. It's a bunch of humans in charge, Malika. And they're all bad people. Every one of them. I'm telling you. I'm trying to live out my life here on this country, and it's somewhat better than obviously being a slave. But I want you to know, don't trust the humans.
Okay. Do you know anything specific about any of the High Lords? Or is it just that they're human? Or are you just racist?
Okay, I was enslaved by them, okay? And what is this?
By the High Lords?
It might as well have been, because what do?
But was it or was it not the High Lords?
It might as well have been.
So you're just racist.
All right, listen. I've been part of this university, okay, and I see the looks I get, okay, for being the weirdo here, all right? And it might be for what I look like, and it might be that I work with Undead. But either way,
Yeah.
okay, nobody seems to trust me, all right? But here's what I know. I know I had to escape a slaver just to come over here. And when you tell the people here, hey, I was a slave, they say, oh, that sounds like it was a tough one there. And you say, oh, there's lots more slaves over there. Why don't we go free the slaves? And they go, yeah, we'll get back to you on that. Does that sound like a trusting people?
No. No, it doesn't, but it's still not any specific information about the High Lords.
I know this.
I mean,
You leave those families in power for so long, you can't tell me that they're all going to be good. There's some bad ones too.
well, I agree. I think, I mean, absolutely one of them is bad.
Or all of them.
You have no proof.
I don't. But if you're thinking about an uprising, just let me know. Because where there's one Bob, soon there'll be more Bobs.
You said our captain like set up a fire, correct?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna flick my fingers and turn that fire like blood red and say, "Would you trust me?" At a first glance.
Probably not.
Yeah, you can't trust everyone when you first look at them, can you?
But I still don't trust you. You killed Bob. You just proved my point. I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, I don't take much stock in the words of a rambling necromancer, racist hobgoblin.
Boy, that's offensive.
Yeah. So is most of what you said. I have some very close friends that were humans. They were good
How do you know they're good?
because they proved they're good through their actions time and time again.
Until they don't.
Yeah, well, that remains to be seen.
Just saying. You might not feel that way if your people were all enslaved.
That's true.
Just saying.
That's not something I can relate to.
Well,
I can relate to my people being forced underground, not allowed the light of day,
you know,
and my people still caring for other races and other people, not holding against them as a whole.
did humans drive your people underground?
I don't know.
Probably. I mean, if I had to guess.
I don't know who forced us down there.
It's good
Well.
thing I'm not awake right now.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm hoping you guys kill something for me tomorrow.
Man, I love cantrips.
Almost guaranteed.
So, with that, the watch ends. It's a new day. You guys are up. You kind of put out the fire, gather your stuff. It's off to day
Look at the
2.
necromancer.
What?
Wasn't certain you'd survive the night.
That is a very human thing of you to say. You all have heard this, and just the human that you said are good just threatened me.
I've only known him for a few months. He doesn't know if I'm good or not.
I don't know if I would call that a threat either.
Caelan's like, all right, let's go. Mount up. Who's taking first scout this time?
Where's Francis? There's Francis.
You have Francis.
Othin will take the
You have
first watch.
Skunk.
Or the first.
I got skunk.
All right, so is Othin going with anybody or going on his own?
I think we should.
I would prefer to have.
Another?
Yeah.
Okay, so who else
Yeah.
is going with you?
It's up to you guys.
Shazer? All right, so Shazer and Othin. All
I'm
right.
not good with people, right?
So you guys scout ahead. So now you're getting
It's
to,
experience.
as you guys get towards the edge of where you're supposed to go for the first part of the scouting, you realize that the trail now starts to cut through the forest. You're like, okay, yeah, that's kind of, that trail starts to get kind of dark at that point. So
Okay.
I would. So I'd be in back with Gideon. Can the racist hobgoblin hear me?
He's back there.
I'd like to just kind of, lean over the side off Roach just a little bit. And Gideon, he last night he all but offered me an undead army to take on the High Lords. So where there's one skeleton, there'll be more.
That's
Kind of makes me very uncomfortable.
pretty much my concern where necromancers are concerned.
Alright.
Understand. We'll proceed with caution.
Should we tell the captain? Just wait and let it play out.
I say for now. For now, I would say that we'll let it play out. She's been allowing us to take the lead on every decision anyway, so I
She
don't
hasn't
think
been very
she's
useful
going
thus
to.
far.
How much of a captain is she really being right now? Just saying.
Are you flying, Shazer? Or are you walking?
No, I'm on
A
skunk.
You're on what?
I'm on skunk.
It's a bird on a skunk.
Skunk is his horse.
Gotcha.
Does skunk have a stripe? I didn't ask.
I don't know.
No.
What does your
Or
horse
does he
look
just
like?
smell funny?
Skunk does not have a stripe.
No, skunk does not have a stripe.
Does skunk have an odor?
Skunk does have some odor.
A little bit of odor.
Smells
Okay.
like a bird's cage.
So you guys, again, you got to the edge. You realized that this is getting into some
Little sketchy.
little bit of
Okay, so
sketchy
they got
area.
to the edge of the forest?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're riding back.
Alright.
So you ride back, kind of report, and captain says, "Okay, so I would say this is an area where I think we should ride in formation. I don't think we should scout ahead."
Yeah, we should totally
Agreed.
bunch up. I mean, that's perfect, right?
Well, I wouldn't say bunch up, but I would say a staggered formation.
Okay. Well, why
I
don't
like
we,
that better. I like that better.
Why don't
Maybe a
we?
2x2.
Why don't you put yourselves on this map here in formation?
Oh,
Could
in formation.
let me.
What, like the flying V?
Close.
Where are we coming from and going to? I mean, does it
You're
matter right
coming
now?
from closer to me. You're coming from.
Coming
closer.
from this direction?
Yes.
Who's in the lead? You guys were scouting? Are you guys...
Use
Kinda taking the lead.
use the gentleman with the sword as Kalen, and then use this as Evotus.
I was going to say,
Oh,
we
you
have
can
some
use one.
others
Of, yeah,
here.
you've got ones there.
We're going to do like a 2x2.
Okay.
So, we
So
got
who are we, who wants to be, are you guys going to be in front?
I'll be in front.
I think we should put.
You want to be in front?
Yeah,
I mean,
We
Shazer,
do
I think
that,
you should
yeah.
stay in the middle of the group.
correct. And I think Malachi should be in between us, but off to the side, like this. And then you should be by that boulder.
So that I can hide?
No,
I mean, are you trying
that's
to
not.
tell me something?
And then
Hold on.
We will-
Where are you putting Kalen there?
we will put the hobgoblin in the back behind, with
Okay, so
Kaylin
this is
behind
the
the formation.
hobgoblin.
She's in the back.
Correct.
Okay.
She can be wherever she wants,
No, that's fine. If that's.
but I think a standard 2x2 offset would be
She's
the
just
way to
telling
go.
you, yeah, eyes peeled. Stand at the ready.
Like it.
Locked and loaded.
Okay.
We'd be pretty accustomed at this point to forming ranks around the healer, right?
I would
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
As part of our training, we want
I mean, it's not like we take damage often.
to wall him off.
What's the worst that could happen?
At least
right?
Othan and I.
Okay, so as you guys are
Gideon's
walking
always
along,
drifting back a little into the
I don't
shadows.
know what you're talking about.
roll a perception check for me, everybody.
Everybody?
Airbird.
Ooh. 7.
I was gonna say, was it good?
19.
I'm looking
21.
back trying to put everybody in the proper formation, so I'm not really paying
So you're not
attention.
paying attention at all.
Oi!
It's like
There's
Gideon,
leaves on them
back,
there trees.
back further, Gideon. You need to go back further
13.
by the boulder,
19.
Okay.
not in the woods.
Mine was a 21.
Of course it was.
Okay, so who? I'm sorry, 19, 21.
Yep.
I know yours was 7.
13.
13. Okay, so nothing there. Kalen's was not good. Evotus is really good. Okay, so Evotus and Shazer and Gideon, you hear like all of a sudden you hear something like smashing through the trees right at the edge of the tree line there on closer to that side, and you have about a 5-second window as you hear this.
Attack from the left.
And Evotus is like, look out! And if you wouldn't mind, Caleb, this jumps
Yeah,
out.
definitely don't. Don't put that out.
And it jumps out right next to Othin
there.
Right here.
Right next to Othin. And you have about a 10-foot tall brown bear looking creature that just leaps out. It's got the face almost of an owl, and it's got like these razor sharp talons. And I need all of you to roll an animal handling check to be able to stay on your horse as this thing leaps out.
Wolfen just shit a
Let's
kitten.
go.
It's a 24 right there.
Where is that?
So Kalen,
that?
her
8 or
horse
12.
doesn't
What
even
is-
flinch. Evotus,
12, 13, 14.
he looks like he just got thrown off a Bronco. It's like, ah! He goes flying off his horse. I'm sorry, what was
14.
24.
24 you stay, 14 you stay,
13.
13 you just stay.
18.
8, so you all managed to like steady your horses except for the hobgoblin who
Damn it, Francis! Stop it!
Roach is fearless.
the hobgoblin did manage to yell look out and then fell off his horse. At this point, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Man, I hope his horse doesn't trample him.
Do you really mean that?
No.
Alright, so I gotta go with Kalen.
It's a 8 for Othin.
Alright, so I need
That's
20 to
5.
25.
So,
Anybody 20 to 25?
Off yet.
No.
That's not good because the owlbear is.
That's
what?
nice.
The what?
That's
Excuse
of
me?
course that
The what?
the
Owlbear.
owlbear
Oh,
gets
okay.
to go first.
Yep. Okay, 15 to 20. Kalen.
That would be me.
What's yours?
13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17.
Exactly
So
what you want to hear. The
that
Hobgoblin
is
gets to go
okay. So
Fuck.
Gideon's a 17. Kalen's a 16. Is anybody else over 15?
my turn.
10 to 15.
13.
Okay, Malika's a 13.
13. 13, yeah.
Evotus is a 12. Shazer and Othin.
I'm 5.
Othin, what were you? Othin initiative?
I'm sorry, 8.
8.
Is this owlbear's
far?
Is this owlbear's nickname TPK?
So he's literally 30 feet away from me.
If you're that far back,
It
yes.
looks like it.
Yes.
Is that 30 feet?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, that direction.
Okay.
20, 25, 30.
So
35
because
to
he's
40.
right there,
35.
he is going
You're
to
here, right?
Never mind.
He's going to attack Othin.
And 35 and 40 on your fastest route.
All right. So
Shit.
let's see, a 22.
That's a hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then a 16.
That is a miss.
Miss. Okay, so 22 hits. Okay.
22. Well,
So
it's close, but
he reaches up with the claw, and you're able to get out of the way of his beak as he tries to bite you. But then, as you dodge, you get slashed across the shoulder with this claw. So that is okay. So you take 10 points of damage as it just rakes into your, like, just rips right down your arm. I mean, blood just kind of pouring out of your arm. It's like, "Ah!" All right, and that brings us to, and it's just going to stay right there because that's where it wants to be. It wants to eat you and that horse you're on. So Gideon.
Othin shouts, "Ooh, ooh."
Okay, you see Othin at the front just like get this giant claw just down his arm, and he barely manages. You see him move aside as his bite is.
Honestly, I'm only going to move up a little bit, 10 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to yell, I'm pulling you. And I'm going to telekinetically pull him back
Okay.
away.
And
It's just 5 feet.
has he ever seen you do this?
Nope.
Okay, so would he resist this?
That is up to him. That's why I'm just hollering.
Okay, so he hollers, I'm pulling you, and you feel like some kind of energy grab a hold of you and start pulling you and the horse back.
Just him.
Just him.
Just him.
So am I off
One
the
creature.
horse then?
Yeah.
You would probably end up being off the horse.
I want to try to stay on the horse though.
Okay.
Okay, so then you can
You roll a save, and that's 14.
What kind of save?
Strength.
9.
So you are pulled off the horse, but now the horse is between you and the owl bear. However, because you were pulled off, how does that pull him? Just yanks him off?
Yep.
Okay.
It's not anything that does damage.
Doesn't?
No.
Okay, all right. But falling off the horse?
That's up to the DM.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say you take 1 point of damage because you get yanked off your horse and you fall on your ass.
This is our first real mission, right? Like, we've only trained
Yes.
up and
Up till now, it's been training.
This doesn't give the owl bear attack of opportunity.
No,
unless
because
it's-
your horse is now between.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's Gideon's round. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how far back is Kaylin? Can she ride up or no? Is she blocked?
5, 10, 15. She can get through.
Can she
On
get
the left
30?
is Shazer.
Can she get 30 feet?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'd put her just to the side of Oath in there.
Would she be in melee with the owl bear?
No.
No. She's
No,
still
she'd
gonna ride up.
be 15 feet away.
She's still gonna ride up. So if you could move her up as close as, because she's got her great sword in hand, and
What's the speed for the horse? It's more than 30, correct?
it's 40. Yes.
Yeah, I'd put her in melee.
Okay. So she only gets one swing though from her horse.
Of course she does.
And she does not hit. She swings and it goes just by the owl bear. Must be kind of like dodges out of the way trying to get to you. And she just misses, but she's right up there in combat as well. And that brings us to Malika.
Okay. Would it be like an action or a bonus action or anything to dismount from the horse or?
I would say that's a bonus action to dismount. I wouldn't
Okay.
say that's your full action.
So
It's
if
easier
I,
if you just get pulled off.
so if I would, so if I would have to use a bonus action anyway to
If I could
dismount,
pull your
Yes.
horse, I would have pulled your
I would
horse.
say instead of that, I'll just use my bonus action to teleport
Okay.
behind the owl bear.
Into the weeds, into the
Yep.
trees.
Yep.
So
I mean, is he pressed up right against the tree, or is there enough space behind him that I can?
I'm sure there are some space. Is there a concern on that teleport, or no? That you could teleport into a tree by accident, or no?
Let's see.
I don't think it
Bonus
goes into that
action.
kind of
Has to be
detail.
Um,
Is it a line of sight?
If it's a
So-
spot
Line
you
of
can
sight.
see, yeah, I think.
As
you're
a
fine.
bonus action, teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Okay, I'll allow it then. Yeah.
Okay.
I would hope you would teleport yourself into a tree.
Right. So, I'm dead. So I just go right there. I mean, at
Stab
that
him
point, he'd be
by-
flanked, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I would then attempt to drive my spear into his rectum.
Okay.
Why not?
I mean, what I hear all the time. I'm gonna drive my spear into your rectum.
Yep.
Rectum.
Sounds like Tuesday
Damn,
We're
night.
not getting into your personal life.
Just said that last night. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway,
22.
22 hits,
Alright. We need.
and we're off the air. Aren't we? Just got
They're
yanked.
certainly off the rails.
Yep.
That's why it's called Great Chaos.
That one's the 8, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, by the way, we know we can't spell chaos.
Alright, 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay. Spear to the rectum. Okay.
Alright, so that's my action and my bonus action. I would hold there and I'd just look at Shazer and like look up and nod my head. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Evotus is gonna get up because he got knocked off his horse. Who's close to Evotus?
Shazer.
Okay.
Really nobody.
And
Oh, Shazer's the closest, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Shazer-
nobody's.
Shazer
and
and
he's
Gideon.
probably 15 feet.
Yes.
Shazer and Gideon are the closest.
12 to 15, right?
Okay. How close can he get to the owl bear?
What's his movement? On his
30
horse?
feet. He's off his horse. He got
Oh, yeah,
thrown
he got
up.
knocked
So he
out.
only gets half because he was prone. So he
He
can
can
move
get
I
50
think
within
one
feet.
20
square
feet?
behind
He can
me.
get within 20 feet.
Yep.
All right, move him within 20 feet, please.
No, please.
Here.
Nope. He's got it from where he was at. He can go 6 squares forward, straight forward.
Which puts him within 20, you said, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. He is going to cast a spell. Alright, so a beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards this creature. And misses. Like, it goes right into the trees, like this lightning bolt hits a tree right behind it, and you're almost like, Jesus!
Right.
Like,
Okay.
and he's like, damn! And he's like, if you guys kill that, I'll take the body. And that's his round.
If you can't hit it, no, you don't take the body.
So after
That would be
Evotus
entirely
is
skeletal.
Othin.
I really don't want him there.
Othin is going to move up to the front.
So remember your horse is kind of blocking it a
Oh,
little bit from you.
So is he prone?
I have the
Othin.
ability to.
He was ripped off his
Yeah,
horse.
so you're only gonna have half your movement because you have to get up.
I can. Where is that written down?
Try.
It worked. Put a horse between.
You can move through the space of any
not
creature that is of
necessarily.
a size larger than yours. So
Yep.
I can move through my horse's space.
Yep.
So will 12 feet of movement get me into the ability to?
Oh yeah.
All right.
You go right under. You get bopped in the head by the horse's dong, but you go right under and you're right there.
I
Not
just-
the first time that's happened.
all
So
right.
glad I was able to work horse dong into this game.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to attack with my short swords. Armor class. Where is that at? 18
That hits.
for 9 points.
Wow. Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to make an attack with my offhand.
Okay. Why do you roll twice?
Is it advantage because he's flanked? Right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Or is that's not?
I thought that's only. Is it if no matter what if he's flanked?
I believe so.
Let's
That's
double
one of
check
the-
that.
Still learning this edition, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I do know that that's a
Yes. Yep. You have advantage. Yes.
yeah, it's a DM discretion thing, right? Where
Yep.
your DM decides if they allow flanking in their campaign, which you already have.
Yep. Go ahead.
So armor class 14
Yes, that hits.
for another 7 points.
Okay.
I will action surge
Wow.
and attack again.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ooh, armor class 10.
No.
All right, then offhand is going to be 21
That hits.
for 10 points.
Wow. Okay.
That's it.
All right.
There we go, Othin.
So that brings us to Shazer.
I just blew my load on
All
my
right.
bullshit I can do though.
I'm gonna.
It's okay.
I'll fly up 50 feet,
Wow. Okay.
and then I will throw my boomerang at him.
Hold on.
Holding on.
Use that. Okay.
I'm gonna throw a boomerang at him.
Can I move very slow?
About to find out.
Right.
That's 13.
13 misses.
All right.
Don't worry, it'll come back.
Does it come back?
Yeah, it comes back.
Oh.
It's boomerangs, bro.
Boomerang.
Yeah.
All right.
Boomerang.
What else are you doing?
I'm just gonna make my voice 3 times louder and scream, "You're a bitch."
Okay, so you yell to this bear that's a bitch. It's enraged. It's angry.
This is the craziest cleric I've ever worked with.
Yes. All right.
Very,
so,
very literally.
So let's see. It's got Kalen on the horse next to it. It's got Spear in the rectum next to it, and it's got the little guy. So we'll roll to see
You
who
have
it
a new
attacks.
nickname.
I gave it a steel enema.
Okay, so it makes sense. It turns to attack the spear in the rectum.
Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise known as Sir.
Right.
Okay, so
Attack you, sir.
it swings the claw
Yep.
with a 13.
Block that with the shield.
Okay, and
That's a miss.
then it bites with a 25.
Yeah.
25
That
hits.
barely hits.
Just
Just barely taps me.
Right.
okay, so it had screamed when you stabbed it, and it like backhands, and you just kind of block that out of the way. But then it just launches, and it bites down on you for 14 points of damage.
Wow. Okay.
And it's just like really, really angry right
I
now.
just scream out in pain.
Gideon.
Did it at least call me daddy when the spear came out?
Oh. Alright, so that I have it right. My dash allows me to move twice my movement?
Correct.
Okay.
That will be your full. Oh
That would be my.
no, that you
Isn't
can
it a
still do
bonus
as a
action?
bonus action for you as a rogue.
Right. So, I want to use my dash as a bonus action, so.
That should give you up to 60 feet of movement.
I know. I really don't want to be there. But I want to be here. And then I will. I mean, he's got people on all sides of him, so technically that's going to be a flank attack.
Yep. It's also a sneak attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Bonus action dash. Sick.
Cunning action, yeah.
Sick.
Okay, so I need you to see what I rolled here.
Okay.
So I rolled a nat 20 and a 19. So
So you get the nat 20.
We'll take the 20.
Okay. Which is with sneak attack.
My rapier.
So the sneak
So
attack
that's-
is also
Also doubled. So you're gonna roll
an additional dice.
roll the dice and double it before adding any modifiers.
Double all the
But
dice.
double all the dice. So
Then add
double your
bonuses.
sneak attack damage as well
Jeez.
before you add any pluses.
So do you roll
Okay, so
extra
that's-
dice, or do you just double what the
You
initial?
double
roll
what
is?
you roll.
Okay, so
Okay.
you don't roll extra dice.
So what's the damage for the rapier?
Rapier's a d8.
Okay, so roll that and then times that by 2.
8.
So okay, now what's the sneak
It's-
attack damage?
It's
D6.
well, the damage is d8 plus 4. So.
Right, hold on, don't add the 4
Okay,
yet.
gotcha.
Your sneak
I gotcha.
What about your sneak attack damage?
Sneak attack damage
Is
is
it 1d6
By the way,
at this
it's a
level?
d6. I
So
think, yeah.
roll that times that by 2.
That's 10.
So 10 and 8, so 18, and now add what are your pluses?
Just the plus 4.
So 22 points of damage.
Yeah.
And what are you doing with your rapier?
Yep.
Okay. So you come in with your rapier and just like put it right in this thing, like howls in massive pain. I mean, like blood is just like gushing out of this thing. You do 2 points,
Nice.
and it looks rough now, and it's like enraged, like, but it's still alive.
Does he turn back towards Gideon now?
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Alright.
Yeah, that's my whole.
So, Kaylin swings from her horse.
Oh dear.
Woohoo. And cleaves it right down the middle as after you did that, and it just dropped.
Thank you, Kaylin.
And that thing drops on the ground. And everybody's just kind of like, catches a collective breath for a moment there.
Yeah.
And then,
Uh,
no, you didn't hit it. You cannot raise it.
What?
No.
That was our
no,
deal.
No.
Kalen's like, it would get rid of him. Just
Then he would raise an owl bear, Captain.
yeah, but it's a skeleton or whatever, right? Like it's a zombie. Plus, he's gone.
Look at the size of it.
What do you want to kill and give him?
Yeah, whatever.
As much as I
just
dislike
go
him, we
ahead.
gave him our word.
Go ahead.
All right, so you're gonna let it. So he like
Whatever.
he's pumped.
I'm
Like he decides he's gonna.
Is that within the framework of his
Yes.
paperwork?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's excited. He's gonna work with this. He's like, this is gonna take me a few hours. You probably don't want to wait, do you?
No, you're on your own now.
So be it. I'm always on
can
my own.
I take one of his clothes?
What? What? No, it's part of the.
I
Why?
just want one claw.
Really?
Really?
Does it have any feathers? I
Yes.
pluck a feather.
God.
I have a friend who likes feathers.
Didn't someone pluck my feather?
Not you.
I know, but didn't someone pluck my feather?
You don't know.
Not
You didn't
certain
notice
about that. I
Fine.
didn't
Take
see
one claw,
anything.
but
Okay. I pull
that's only because you and we have a bond.
No, we don't.
You guys have a bond?
No, we don't. Alright, I take out my dagger and cut one claw off. Just awkwardly.
We'll talk.
As you're
about
doing
your
that,
bond.
Evotus pats you on the back. Malika, we will see each other again. In this,
cut the claw off.
in this life or the next.
Just cut the claw off.
So you
Did
guys,
you guys
gonna
share
ride
a
on.
moment?
All right. So if you could take you fly back down.
Question.
Okay. All right. So you guys are continuing on. Are you any?
That Shazer, a little help, please. Got him in a bad way over here. Got anything that can help me out?
Yeah, I got you. What are you at?
I'm hurt very bad.
Got it. Go to spells.
Like I'm bleeding over here. He clawed some of my skin
No, he
off.
bit you. He clawed.
Oh, yeah,
clawed
sorry.
your shoulder.
Yeah,
Your
I got
shoulder's
clawed pretty
bleeding-
good.
Bleeding pretty good too.
Yeah, I
Let's
lost
do that.
track if it was teeth or claws. I don't know. I just know I'm bleeding.
you should
I don't know if it
probably
was coming or
assess
going.
who's
Really got
worse.
me.
Right,
What?
yeah.
You have Malika who has teeth marks all over his body where he was bit, and Othin has a giant claw mark down his arm where his
How are you feeling?
bleeding.
I've been better.
Where's
I've been better.
Where's my
Scars
D8?
don't bother me.
Let's
They
talk
tell
to
a story.
myself.
Are you gonna
can respect
heal
that.
somebody then? Who?
Yeah,
I'm running out of blood over here.
I'm gonna do Cure Wounds on Malika
Okay.
and get a. That'll do 8 points.
So that's for
Awesome.
Malika.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Thank you.
how much are you missing?
I'm going to use a feature, Second Wind. And I'm going to get back 5, so I'll be down about 6 hit points.
Okay, so he breaks
You're
wind
fine
and
then.
he feels a little bit better, but he's still a little
Still
hurt.
got the gurgles.
Feel much better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
All right,
that.
so
Shazer.
you
Taco Bell
continue
hurts.
continue on. I'd like to see what your formation looks like continuing on.
I say we
after this,
So
continue
we
that.
go back to the same formation.
Alright.
Let's say you're in the
who
middle
was-
by now.
Oh jeez.
So get back.
So we've made it 60 feet.
Get back on Roach,
Who was
who's now covered
I
in
don't remember
blood.
who was in the lead?
You're probably a good hour.
The green
This
one
guy's
is going to
back
be
there.
off to Othin's left, but
Um,
in between.
Evotus
him and
is no
Shazer.
longer
Let's
with
go
you,
back
so
like 2
that-
squares.
Nice.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so you're probably a good hour into your journey, continuing in the woods. Now you're hyper alert. I mean, at this point, you know, you got attacked by a giant owl bear.
Yeah,
so-
one hell of a headache.
Yeah,
See the blood pumping in my ears.
like that was certainly, you know, a concern. And, you know, everybody roll a perception check with advantage.
I haven't seen anybody hit that hard since the captain.
You chuckle.
Wow.
17.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's what I need. 24.
that.
Natural
19.
20.
Natural 20?
Yeah, so I got a 24.
I got
And I got,
24,
19.
natural 20.
Wow. So yeah, you guys are on heightened sense of alert, and you clearly, this time you hear the familiar sound rumbling through the forest, and you know it's coming again.
Are you kidding?
And you
we
hear it
Can we
from-
tell if it's alive?
Yeah, and you
From
hear
behind
it from
or in
right behind, next to where Gideon's standing.
Of course.
So,
Alright.
and it's, I mean, you've got a round to prepare as it's coming. Because you heard it. You heard it busting through. What do? Gideon, I'll start with you. You hear it coming right for you.
Myself. Freaking kidding me. It's coming from that direction?
Yep.
Honestly, the first thing I would probably do is dash back
Okay.
so that I could. Yeah, I'm a rogue. I do that.
So you dash back.
I'm gonna back up so that I can get
You're
it
like,
really
"Shit!"
fucking open.
And back, you
I
back
I would
away.
rather it so that every one of us can attack it at once.
Like thinking about the pain
I
from the
really
claw.
don't want to take a hit.
Shazer, what do?
I've seen what I
I'm
can
going
do.
to use.
I won't survive.
So I can see it?
No,
I can't see it?
not yet.
I think it almost killed me.
Yeah, with one shot.
Yeah.
I just used every
I'm
trick
just
up my
gonna-
sleeve.
Sit back.
Just wait.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Malika, what are you gonna do here? Is you hear
So,
it
I
rumbling
do
and-
dismount too.
Right.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
got off the horse.
I got off the horse.
Do you keep the horse like in between you or whatever, or no, or just?
I would.
I don't have much in the way of animal handling, but
Okay.
Right.
Horses are spooked for sure.
no crap.
Thinking about like the extraordinary pain that is still fresh in my mind, I'd hold my hand down to my side behind the horse, trying to hide it from view, right? And I'd hold the action of Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So it's a held
Alright.
action.
Othen.
Flames curling around my hand.
Okay,
Like,
gotcha.
Kaylin
I'm
just
trying to
mounted off
hide
her
it.
horse and pulled her great sword, and she's kind of preparing there.
Yeah, trying to hide it, but I'm not
She
playing
kind of
that
looks
shit
to you,
again.
Gideon, and she's like, "We got this. We got this."
I'm going to
Yes.
dismount
We got this.
dismount the horse,
Okay.
and I'm going to
Squeak.
5, 10. How do you do diagonals?
I just count it as.
Five.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Free range of motion.
We'll get creative.
All right.
Dobby is a free elf.
He's kind of in my way, but it's not where I wanted to be.
So the horses are spooked as you're coming out. Does that finish your turn?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
I dismounted in the horse.
Everyone's off their horse then? I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. It crashes out right where
Francis,
Gideon was.
stay.
So Caleb, if you could
Sorry.
put the owl bear out right where Gideon was by the woods.
So what?
Here?
Nope. Nope.
Here. But here.
Yes.
Here.
It crashes out and it is initiative.
So when it was coming through,
We rolled new,
did
or
you
we
go
keeping
up,
the same?
or did you stay?
I stayed down.
He stayed, huh?
Are we keeping the same
No, I
initiative?
want new initiative, new battle.
So
Thank
it
God.
crashed through. So at that point, Eldritch Blast is coming out.
Yes,
right?
you were holding that.
That was a
so
held
yes.
action.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, ooh.
So that's gonna be. Yeah, we'll go red. Jesus.
Better mine.
11 on the one that I let loose.
11 does not hit. All right. So initiative.
So I'm trying to hide it,
Yeah,
shoot
and
from
then
the side,
it's
and
just this blast of dark energy you all see just kind of shoots out, just barely missing the owlbear, and you're like, Jesus, he voted us back? Like,
Alright,
Damn it,
initiative.
hit your target.
all right, 20 to 25.
24.
24.
Really?
Destiny.
Shazer goes at 24. Okay, 15 to 20.
18.
17.
Okay, so hold on. Owlbear 19. Who said 18?
18 Malika, 17 Gideon.
Did you just say Owlbear 19?
Yes.
Got it.
I was rolled two 15s at the same time. Like just boom, double 15.
Okay, Kaylin goes at 15. 10 to 15. 9, 8, 7.
9.
9 for Othin.
I'm sorry, 8. Sorry, I should say 8. 3 and 5.
Is that everybody?
I got 8.
Okay, alright.
Good. Okay.
So, Shazer, you are first. What do you do?
I'm gonna use command on it, and I'm just gonna say lay down. So
Okay.
it has
so,
to
Sunset.
Yeah.
succeed a wisdom saving throw.
Hold on, yeah.
And no one's done damage to it yet.
Oh, that's these
Uh,
ones. Logan has those too.
I don't think the creature understands your language, though.
You don't think it'll understand my language?
No. I don't think the owlbear speaks common.
I don't know, man. Alright.
What do you speak?
I would try something different.
Try something different.
Yeah, you would know that. You would
He's
know,
giving you
yeah,
the
this
option,
creature does
so,
not speak
yeah.
my language. So you
Alright.
would-
Then I'll fly up 50 feet and use guiding bolt.
Okay, so go ahead and put yourself back on that pedestal.
Pedestal.
I don't think I've heard her clear.
Put yourself on a pedestal.
Well,
Above
now
the
he's
rest
going
of
to cast some guiding
Flat
bolt.
top guiding
Cleric.
bolt. Guiding bolt's
Alright.
good.
Okay, not every cleric has to be nice.
No, I
alright?
didn't say
True.
that. We're learning who
Fly. Fly, you
This
fool.
cleric likes strippers and calling people bitches, alright?
I did not realize.
He did say he's from a different plane. They may do things differently
I
there.
go to a different church than you go.
Right?
Alright, go ahead and roll for guiding bolt.
Oh my.
Alright.
You gotta roll attack first, yeah.
Yep. Which is 11 plus 6. so-
17, that hits.
And then we're gonna go.
Is that 4d6?
Yep.
Wow.
That's 13 damage.
Alright.
And advantage on the next attack, right? The
let's
cleric
see.
hits with guiding bolt. It gives
The next attack roll made against this target, so whoever makes the next attack gets advantage, yes. So whoever is next. So
That's what
after,
is there.
after
Right.
Shazer is the owlbear, and
I'll
since
think
it
of the same
can't
thing.
reach you, it looks like Gideon is the next person it's gonna charge. So
For my, for my dog. My dog.
okay, so 11 for when it tries to claw you. I think that misses. Is
Hold
that
on.
correct? 11?
15.
So the 11 misses, and then the 15 does hit. Then yes.
Oh, yes.
All right. So it misses with the claw, but it does manage to bite you, and it bites you for 13 points of damage.
Sweet, I'm done.
Okay, so it like bites down on him, and he drops to the ground.
My goodness.
Okay, Malika, you see this happen. It's your turn. Like this thing just mauled on him.
Okay, and I see like a glowing spot where the cleric hit, right?
Yes.
Like the guiding bolt. Okay, I mean there's. How far away am I?
Harder to push the heavier ones.
Yeah. You are 5, 10, 15, about 30 on the button.
Okay. I think I would move up 10 feet. And then I would take the spear, right, cock back, and throw it right at the side of the neck of the owlbear.
Whew, okay, roll.
because of the guiding bolt.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yes.
Wasted.
Yeah, that's a 8.
Oh,
Okay.
that misses.
With
That's with advantage?
Yes, I rolled 2 2s.
For initiative, you rolled 2 15s.
The last time I rolled 2 d20s at the same time, it was 2 15s right next to each other. And now I rolled 2 2s right next to each other.
So you're like shaking seeing somebody you've been training for the last 6 months with go down, being just gored, and
Okay.
you launch the spear and it misses to the clangs to the side.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah. Bonus action. I think I would take the. I guess I'll teleport again.
Where to?
I want to go right in between the owl bear and Gideon.
I mean, it's like on him, but okay.
Yeah, so I would just pop up right in between the two of them with my shield up in the air. Right,
Okay.
Caleb,
reaching.
can you move?
All right. So Gideon, it brings us to your turn. You have to make your
So-
first death saving throw.
I'm sorry. So my spear missed, right?
Yes.
You said. So, is it like on the ground?
It's on the ground over by where the owl bear is there, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just go over there to retrieve the spear and protect Gideon.
Well, the spear's not between them, so which are you doing, though?
Well, I'm going for the spear first.
Okay. All right, so you have to make your first death saving throw.
Okay.
So roll a d20.
19.
All right. So you make that,
Nope, 15.
and you still make that.
Sweet.
Okay. So that's one win. Keep track. 1 win, 0 losses. Okay. Kaylin is next, and she is like, how far away is she from the owl bear?
10 feet.
Okay. She rushes in and just roars and swings twice with her great sword. Misses once, but hits once, and just cleaves into it, like just really mad that it hurt one of her people. She does 11 points of damage. Okay.
That's wild.
That is
Two
her
15s, 2 2s.
and Othin.
I'm going to move up 25.
Okay. And she's yelling too. She's like, somebody heal him.
Shazer's just.
Literally, that put me at 0.
That's
I'm
crazy.
going to attack.
Okay.
One bite.
I'll get you in a sec. Next
It is
turn, I'll fly
flanked.
down and get you.
You guys are doing well.
It dropped me to 5, by the way. In that first encounter with that one bite, with the 5.
18.
18 hits.
And then my offhand is a natural 20.
That's going to hit.
Alright, so
Full damage.
I'm very squishy.
oh, that's terrible. 16 points.
How is 16
You said
terrible?
that's terrible?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
What
For
it could have been.
3d6 plus 10.
Yeah, it's still good.
That was enough to put Gideon down.
All right. So you
Well,
wallop. I
we're
mean,
not
you're
built the same.
You're just like swinging these
Obviously.
rapiers. All right, and we
Short
go back
swords.
to the top. Shazer, it's your round.
Alright, so I'm gonna fly back down next to Gideon and use Spare the Dying on him.
Okay.
So if I
Is that a
touch,
cantrip?
yeah,
Clutch.
yep,
Okay, but that,
he'd become stable.
yeah, he stabilizes. You don't have to make death saving throws going forward now. Okay, so you use that. All right, and then what? So now take your guy off the pedestal
Is that-
because you're
yeah.
right there next
Yep,
to the owl bear.
right here.
Is that action or bonus action?
It's
Spare the dying cantrip.
What are your bonus action?
Cantrip.
Well, look
it,
at your
it'll say on
spell.
there. Yeah, you got to look up the
If you
spell.
click on bonus action, it'll show specifically the
I was
ones
just
you
going to
can
say cantrip, I think.
Not all
Cantrip is-
cantrips are bonus actions.
Not all? Okay.
Action.
It's an action, so
Yeah.
that's your action. Okay, so what do you want to do as a bonus action?
Just nothing.
Okay, so you're there. All right. So it is its
So
round.
does that,
So it's
was
got-
that all your movement?
It's got you, it's got Shazer, and it's got
Yeah.
Malika there, right?
Yeah, that's all my movement.
Okay, so it's gonna attack Shazer. It didn't like apparently that you were healing the person that just went and bit.
Whatever.
So
Yeah, you should probably clean it up.
first it swings at you with an 18.
He's
Well,
not
he's
up.
still
Stabilized
He's
him,
still
not
He's
up.
not up. He's laying down. He's just stabilized.
Oh.
Well, he's gonna have to go through Malika to get to Shazer.
It's true. I'm standing there with the shield up.
Oh well, then
I
it's
intentionally
it's
put my-
attacking you then.
Okay.
Perfect.
So then it swipes at you with an 18 and
You
bites
attack
at you
him
with
too.
a 16.
Okay, the 18 hits, the 16 misses.
Okay.
What do you have for his normal class, Dad?
18.
Oh.
All right. So it takes this. It tries to block, and you like get your shield up to kind of block the jaws, and then it swings, and it must go like right under a loose part in your armor for 13 points of slashing damage,
I'm unconscious.
and you fall to the ground. Damn. And it's just like. "Argh."
Okay.
All right, and Malika, you have to make a death saving throw then.
I do.
Round.
And that's a 20, right?
DT
Yes, sir.
20. Yep, you gotta roll over a
We're
10.
getting rid of these reds.
10 or above.
Let's go purple. No, you know what? Let's go amazing blue. That's 14.
Okay, so you're a +1 right now. All right, so Gideon, you kind of come to on the ground and you hear this like roar of this owlbear, and you're like, nope, not a dream. And you're laying on the ground.
Is he at 1 or is he just stable at
I
0?
was gonna say.
Oh,
I thought I was.
Yes,
stabilized.
you're still. I'm sorry. Yes, you'd be at 0 hit points. So you're still.
I pop my eyes open for
Yeah.
a second, flip it off, and go back to sleep.
Perfect.
All right. So that's Gideon's round.
I
Kalen,
mean, what?
yeah.
I can't.
Kalen's like, heal Malika, and swings her sword
Yeah,
twice.
there's someone who can actually ruin a hit.
And ooh, this time she does, and she drops it. Wow.
Oh, alright.
She does 21 points with that swing. And cuts this thing down. It's like, somebody heal him.
So is that we're out of initiative?
You're out of initiative.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to Malika and use Spare the Dying.
Okay.
And then I'm also gonna use Cure Wounds
On who?
Malika.
Okay. How many of those do you have?
It's my last spell slot.
Okay.
And that's 10 points.
10 points.
Yep.
So heals him 10. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
She's like, what about Gideon? Bird boy, what do you got for Gideon?
I got nothing for Gideon.
For the love of God. Does anybody have any healing
Yeah, I
for this
trust
man?
Malika with my life.
We're in a group. He's part of your group.
I already stabilized him, didn't I?
I don't have anything that can help Gideon. Othan?
Othan's weighing
I mean-
somebody's life versus 125 gold.
I mean, I
You
can make
guys, you guys should totally be like, he's like sleeping.
I'm going to give him the
anyways."
potion.
Okay.
Somebody's stable, right?
He's
Yeah. So
stable.
So can we realistically just short rest
You could if you want to hold off on the potion.
and let him rest up a
Because
little
I'm
bit?
also down some still.
Okay. So,
I mean, we just fought 2 owl bears. Can we just post up and?
I mean, you're midway through the day if you want to try to hold up through. Like, she's like, I think we need to try to get through this forest. And
What
then-
activity
I think
can
we
you
should
do?
take a short rest.
What activity can you do on a short rest?
Activity?
Yeah, can you ride a
It's-
horse
a short
and
rest
still
is
be
1 hour.
Right, but can you still
Yeah, you can walk.
can you
Yeah, I was
walk and
gonna
ride a
say, you
horse?
can-
So if we walk for an hour without any sort of confrontation,
Right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we can pick him up and like drape him over his horse.
Yes.
Okay. So we take Gideon and we lay him over the saddle on his horse.
Don't leave
So-
Francis.
So him and Francis. I'd hop on Roach. I'd grab the reins on Francis. I'm just walking along.
Let me me see if there's any encounters.
We're just
in this
gonna hope we
hour.
don't run into anything.
All right.
If not, we just keep.
I was gonna say if Francis panics and runs off,
With you, honey.
that would be amazing. Lead bad.
You're able
Lean back.
to traverse the rest of the forest unscathed. Kaylin's like looks a little bit frustrated, like she's not happy because I mean, you know, she's told you we were gonna be fine, which
Caleb's a liar.
we're fine. Nobody's dead.
My guts.
So why are you upset?
staining my freaking saddle right now.
So did we make it an hour then?
Yes, we make it an hour, so a short rest.
So we
What's
get.
that spec?
You are allowed to, on a short rest, you can do however many hit dice you have, and that's what you can regain
Okay.
for hit points. Correct?
So how is
Yeah.
that? So he has 2 hit dice. So is it 2 hit points? Or
No, it's 2 hit
No,
dice.
so
So he
mine-
gets to roll 2 hit dice, and you can do that
Yeah.
once per short rest.
Okay. So roll, and that's how many you get back.
Because in theory, you could have 8 short rests, but you can
So
only
roll
do however many
D6.
dice you have.
Yes, so you'd roll 2 of those, and then that's
Okay.
how much you get back.
Which one's
I got 8.
No, close this one.
Is there a modifier with that though?
Nope.
You get-
No modifier.
That
Mine,
brings me back to full though, so I still have. If we have another short rest, I can do
Points.
1 more hit die.
Well, you guys are getting closer to the end of the day. In fact, now that you're through the forest, Kaylin's like, you know what we need? We need to find a place to camp. You guys, some of you don't look so good. Gideon, how do you feel?
My saddle is red now.
But I told you we were going to be fine, and you seem fine.
I hate you.
How are you? Are you?
I'm
As well
better.
As well as a man
I'm
who
better.
got shredded can be.
But do you get any spell slots back with a short rest?
No.
All right,
That
so
takes a long rest there.
Kaylin's like, I would say I'd scout ahead to find a campsite, but I think I'm gonna stay with you all for the remainder of the day, and we'll find a campsite together.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Gideon, you fought well. All of you did.
Othan was impressive.
Fought well?
Thank you.
No, thank you. That was crazy.
Hey, I
So-
saw that spear to the rectum of the other owl bear. there.
Wrecked
That
him.
was-
Damn near killed him.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And
Shazer, I think.
Shazer, without you, we'd probably have 2 dead party members. So I
Yeah.
really appreciate what
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah, thank
what
you.
did.
That was awesome. I think when you go up, you shouldn't go as far away from us next time,
I would like to say thank you, but I don't know what happened.
right? Shazer saved your life.
Shazer, you're awesome.
Did see some kind of a dark energy. You wouldn't happen to know what that was.
I don't know. I looked like I was looking down. It just came right past me. It was- hit the trees over there. It was-
A lot going on there. Okay.
Yeah. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna have like a voice.
It looked really similar to that thing I did
Was the
before.
necromancer
but-
following us?
I'm gonna have a voice whisper in Malika's ear that only he can hear with thaumaturgy and say any darkness, give me a yes or no, like a nod or
Yeah, I'd look at him and. No,
just wanted to check
So-
up on him real quick.
look at my hand again.
So she takes you a little bit further ahead and finds a place where she feels like this is going to be a good place to camp for the night and call it a night. We've got 1 more day's travel to get to Prevail. We should be able to reach there tomorrow before nightfall. So I think this is a good place to rest, and that's where we're going to end tonight's campaign. So congratulations, you survived.
fun.
You survived episode 1.
Couple owl bears.
Survived.
Not expecting that.
Right.
No, no.
You were clutch.
We look forward to, now if you remember, for next week, we are going to be bringing back Group 1 will be
Stand there
next
like
week.
this.
So again, we alternate weeks. So next week we'll have Group 1 as they head to Tanner's Gate, City in the Woods. And the following week, this group right here will be headed to the coastal city of Prevail. So can't wait to see you all next Sunday at 6 p.m. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then. Take care.